And we're live. Hello, welcome to the DM Lair and a live stream tonight. So tonight we're going to be creating some Dungeons and Dragons villains together. Some bad guys. We're going to be finding some cool monsters out of the monster manual or morning cannons or something. We're going to be turning them into villains, and we're going to be, this is creating villains like we're going to be doing tonight is kind of like almost the very first thing you would do, I think, when you're beginning campaign creation. You just start making some bad guys and figuring out what those bad guys are doing in the world, what mischief they're up to, and that is the beginning of campaign creation. So there we go. Let's see who we got. Deceiver is in the house. Hi, JD. We got a mod in the house. Careful, our Carnivore's in the house. He's got the sword. He knows how to use it. I think he knows how to use it. I hope he knows how to use it. This is a hard one. P4ND4 1994. All right, dude. I'm gonna call you P. Tonight you are P. And TJ Grime, what up, dude? Theta Tag in the house. Mr. Redstone. Woo! Look at those emojis. All right. See, that's the thing. Like going on YouTube, like we don't get all the emoji action. We don't get all these robots and all this crazy stuff. It's just kind of like, but I think Twitch has definitely got the edge when it comes to emojis. All right, so, yes, D&D villain creation, whatever we create tonight is going to be available for download after the fact. You should see down in the panels, there will be a link to the download for the villains that we come up with. So if you catch this later on the replay somewhere along the lines, then you will be able to get those. And giveaway, we're doing a giveaway tonight. Absolutely, this is our giveaway tonight. I think you guys probably know, you've seen this before. This is our giveaway. We're going to be giving some more tactical tokens away. These things are so freaking sweet. So one lucky person tonight will win these. You must be present. No, you don't have to be present, but you have to be, it's only available for people here on the live stream, right? So at some point tonight, like when we announce like what the secret password and stuff is, you got to be here to sign up for it and whatnot and thereforth. So this is available only to stream people, because that's how we roll on our live streams. Where's my camera? Where's my big camera again? There we go. So tactical tokens giveaways, we'll be doing that at some point during the stream tonight. So P. It's Panda, my man. Panda. Sweet. I have a coworker who loves panda. She goes nuts over pandas. Whew. All right. Oh yeah, you got cats. I have let me show you the cat cam. So if you are not familiar with streams with me, there are usually some appearances by my feline friends in the stream. I already have one cat right down here who has been rubbing against my legs. Let's do the cat cam for a moment. I don't know if you can see him. No, you can't see him. He is literally right here. So I could probably, let me see if he's gonna do anything here. Oh, he ran away. Well, you can see his tail. He got freaked out. That's the cat cam. We will be visiting the cat cam from time to time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, let's get cracking. Luke pumps iron. So this is the guy Luke pumps iron. That's just a bench, one little bench behind me. I used to be really into weightlifting and that sort of thing when I was younger, and I loved that stuff. It was tons of fun. And now I have to cut back. I can barely do that stuff anymore. This shoulder is like, so I was having tons of pain in the shoulder. I went into like a shoulder specialist dude. He has a technical name. I don't know what they call those doctors. He did x-rays and stuff, and he's like, dude, you have the shoulder of a 50-year-old man. No, he said like 60-year-old. You have a shoulder of a 60-year-old. I'm not even close to 40. Well, I'm kind of close to 40. But like I have a shoulder full of arthritis and junk, like someone who's 20 years older than me. And so he's like, dude, you got to stop lifting weights. And this shoulder over here is, it's rough. So I do like push-ups and sissy stuff now. But do you can. All right, this has nothing to do with villain creation. See, our Carnivore got us onto a tangent tonight. And that is how the tangents work. So let's see, villain creation. Let's get rocking and rolling on some villain creation, shall we? Let's go to our desktop view. Here we go. So I have some handy dandy steps for us. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit so y'all can see the action going on there. Basic steps for creating a villain is what we got going on here. Villain weakness. The villain weakness is premature shoulder arthritis. Like any sort of athletics check that has to do with like upper body strength or shoulder movement, he has disadvantage on or something. Absolutely. So this is like, I have listed on here page 94 of the Dungeon Master Guide, but the Dungeon Master Guide doesn't really, it might go through these steps. Maybe I didn't read it in close enough detail, but I don't think the Dungeon Master Guide really gives this sort of information. Some of it's probably there, some of it's probably not. This is just stuff that I've probably stolen from other people over the years to kind of come up with my own little way of doing things. I don't know. Maybe this is ubiquitous. Maybe everybody does it this way. I have no idea. Basically, these are the general steps that I take when I'm creating a villain, and so we're just going to kind of walk through these tonight. That's not to say this is the only legitimate way to do it. Obviously, there are lots of legitimate ways to do lots of different things in D&D. This is like my way, and so it's my stream, so we're doing it my way tonight. We're going to pick a creature for the villain, so like literally Monster Manual, Volo's Guide to Monsters, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. We are going to Tome of Foes, which usually turns into a Tomb of Foes because they all end up dying when my players come into contact with them. Picking a creature from one of the books that's going to be our main villain. Then we're going to figure out some minions for the villain. And we're going to figure out an objective or a scheme for the villain. Like, what does the villain want? What is his desire? What is he going after in the world? Now, the caveat to his objective and his scheme, right, is that it's going to introduce some sort of conflict in the world. If what the villain is doing doesn't introduce conflict, then there's nothing for the heroes, the players, to interact with and to solve and to meddle with, right? So we got to have that. A panda villain. Woo! We could definitely do a panda villain. That sounds like fun. The lag is real. I don't know. Who else has got a problem with lag? Anybody else? This is like my second Twitch stream, so I'm still fiddling with the settings on my OBS and all that good stuff. So I actually reduced it to 720p for this stream, so that it should not have problem. I'm not able to get variable stream rates right now. I'm not important enough to get variable stream rates, and so I can only pick one to give you, and I scaled it down from full HD, hoping that it would give people better playback and all that good stuff. So always thinking of you guys. What is it people do, this little heart thing? Okay, we're getting silly tonight. Let me see, what are we talking about? Yeah, so objectives and then the method. How does the villain go about getting what he wants? Now, I do think the Dungeon Master Guide has quite a pretty big table in there that we'll take a look at that talks about the different methods that a villain goes about. Now, we're not probably going to roll on the table, but the table is really good for getting us thinking, you know what I mean, of different ways a villain could achieve his objectives. And the means, how does he go about achieving his objectives? The villain has to have some sort of like ability to get what he wants, right? Like if he's just some wussy wimp and he has no friends, then he's going to go sit in a corner and he can't do anything unless he's like an expert like politician or manipulator or something, right? And then that's a different story, but then he has a means, but he's got to have a way to get what he wants. And then number 6, we're probably not going to be doing number 6 a whole lot tonight, because number 6 is really just fleshing out the standard details that any NPC would have, right? And these don't necessarily have to go in order, okay? I have them numbered because why not? But this doesn't have to go in order like this. You can kind of swap this up a little bit if you want to. So there you go. That's the basic villain creation steps that we're going to kind of be following tonight. So there's your overview for that. This is probably not, like, nothing here is new or original. But there you go. And then I have a little template here. I have a quick part, or a template or something. I don't know what they call them in Word. What do they call these things in Word? They are called quick parts. So I have a quick part here for villains that we'll start making a bunch of villains. So that's how that works. All right, we're going to start. We need a monster. Let's start off with I think I want to start off with a kind of maybe a mid-level villain. I don't want to start out with like a level 20 villain. You know, I want to see a lower level villain. You know, maybe like a lieutenant of the big bad of the entire campaign, but somebody small that we can start off with. Somebody small. This is where you guys all start writing stuff in the chat and giving me ideas. Come on! Brainstorm ideas! Let's go! Ooh, Fogamoth! Ooh! Oh, Arcanivore, that's a good idea, dude. I have never used one of those before, but they look pretty sweet. Those are the ones that work with the frog people or something. The frog people. Who do they work with? Yeah, bullywugs. Bullywugs. Yeah, bullywugs. All right. A bugbear that looks like a panda. Bugbear for a panda. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hey, John, what up? Space it. Spacey D. James in the house. Spacey D is my buddy from work. He and I play D&D together and talk about D&D and crap like that. So, what up? Glad you can make it, dude. A bullywug, yeah, I mean, we could have a CR10 is, I mean, a CR10 is not that big of a deal. You could, I mean, a level 7 or 8 party could take out a CR10 without breaking a sweat, probably. But we could probably go for an Eaton. Ooh, an Eaton might be a good villain. They're pretty stupid, too. A name you can say on the air. I know. I don't know what your other name was, John, but it was something where I was like, I can't really say that word on the air, dude. A panda owlbear is a CR3. Woo! So we could basically take an owlbear and just call it a panda or something. Trolls. Yeah. What else we got? A hag. Ooh, I like the idea of a hag. A hag is pretty cool. A hag is cool. A were-rat. I like... I think we're gonna do a hag. Is Latekus, what's going on, dude? You missed the whole stream's over. It's gone. We're about done. No, I'm messing with you, dude. We just started. We're brainstorming our first villain, an Ettercap. That's pretty cool. I think we're doing a hag. We're gonna do a hag for our first one. So let me get you guys. So this is what I do sometimes. Sometimes, hey, Philip Ketchup. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. He's a regular over on YouTube. We're just making up villains here, buddy. Yeah, an anise hag would be pretty cool. A green hag or sea. I don't know. Let's take a look. So one thing I want to mention is a lot of times I will put this big screen on, and you can't see what I'm typing, and I forget that you can't see what I'm typing. And so you have to yell at me if I forget to put the other screen up. That's how that works. Forgetful. Very forgetful. All right, let's get this guy going here. Boom. Let's transition over here. All right. And Anise Hag. Let me see. Let's pull up some stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go over to the hags, the hag section. We have a green hag. Let's do some zoomy action so we can see what we're looking at. Woo, that's really zoomed. So a green hag is a CR3. That's a good low level villain. Like if the party was about level 5, a hag would be a good villain, because you almost never want to throw a villain at the party and just have the villain be all alone. You want to have there be minions, there be friends with the villain and stuff like that. So a CR3 with some friends would be a pretty good challenge for like a low level, like a level 5 party or something like that. A night hag is cool. That's a CR5. We're getting tougher. Now a sea hag is pretty wink. That's like a level 2. You know what? I kind of like the idea. We were talking about bullywugs, and those are pretty cool. And I think there's another type of frog type thing in what do you want to call it? Volos or something too. And I think let's go with the sea. Let's go with like kind of like a swamp or like a coastal theme tonight. Not tonight, but for this villain here. Let's do sea hag. All right, so our villain is a sea hag. So race, creation, race or creation? I don't know what that means. I think my template is flawed. Sea hag. All right, we have a sea hag. So sea hag, our first villain is a sea hag, and are they always female? I think our hag's always female. I don't know. They got long hair. I don't know how that works. I'm like trying to decide, do I call him a she or a he? I don't know. So these things are chaotic evil, supposedly. I mean, there's no reason it can't just be chaotic evil. We could make it whatever we want, obviously. We are not beholden to stick with what it says here. So I don't really care. It's probably going to be, let's call it evil. It's a hag. Hags are pretty much universally evil. So, can the sea hag have a young black dragon as an attack dog? I don't know. Hi, JD. What is the CR for a young black dragon? Like, that could be fun. It's probably like a 2 or a 3, I would imagine. Well, not a young one. It'd have to be a wormling, dude. We're talking about low level stuff, so it'd have to be a wormling. Sawagan is aquatic. Yeah. Yes. So, what's the alignment? Oh, we said chaotic evil. Chaotic evil sea hag. Do we have a name for her? Do we want to name her like now, or do we want to wait until we flesh her out a little bit? Sometimes fleshing out the details of an NPC, and villains are really just NPCs, fleshing out the details of an NPC helps to inform the decision of the NPC's name. CR2 on a wormling. So yeah, we could actually use a black dragon wormling for her little like sidekick buddy during like the boss fight or something at the end. We could totally do that. I mean, that's totally possible. Let's throw that in here. So Minions is a black dragon wormling, and it's CR2. All right, I love it. Boom, we have our first minion. Good call. Hagrid. You know what? There's actually, you guys, check this out. There's actually, oh, Josh, what up, dude? I'm gonna sword you. Give me a second. Hold on, folks. I have to sword Josh. He is one of my mods. Dun dun dun. I gotta find him. Where'd he go? Identity crisis. Wee. All right, dude, you've been sorted. Wield that thing. Well, I mean, only if needed. Wield it with wisdom, and but be merciless. We're just heads will roll tonight. Heads will roll. All right, let me get my thing back. A coven of hags. A coven is too. I'm envisioning something a little bit more for a low level group. So covens are cool. If we were doing like a mid level villain, then a coven would be perfect. But for low levels, not a coven tonight, because that makes it much harder. Especially if you encounter all 3 of the hags in the coven together. Then you got some fun on your hands. What are we doing? Are we naming her? I thought we were going to name her. This is cool, you guys. I love the emojis. Let's take a look at Volos, because over in Volos, there's actually an entire section on hags, and it gives suggested names for them. It's over in the monster lore section. It is hags. Come on, hags. And there's a table in here. I love Volos. I love the monster lore in Volos. I'll tell you what. It goes over beholders and giants and gnolls, goblins, hags, kobolds, mind flayers, orcs, and UNT. I should be a salesman for wizards. They should be paying me to tout their products. But I love the monster lore in Volos. It's really, really good. And I know there are tables in here because I used them. Granny Titchwillow Mathilda is one of my famous villain NPCs from my games. Almost all of my groups have come across, even when I run at conventions, when I run games at conventions, most of my players have come across Granny Titchwillow one time or another. She is like one of my reoccurring NPCs that I like to use with my players. So I know there are tables in here. We're going to find these tables because I picked her name off the table. Where are the tables? You're killing me. All right, I probably scrolled too fast. I'm sure I went way too fast. I probably went right by it. And you guys were all like, Luke, it's right there. Oh, come on. I know that there are tables for their names. I went right by it. Here we go. Hag names. Here we go. Hag names. We got it. Dunk. All right. So, look at these things. So there's the title. Anti-black cackling granny, rickety. And then here are the names: Agatha, May, Peggy, Polly, Mudwallow, Middenheap, Knucklebones, Gristlegrims. I picked Titchwillow for mine. So, I don't know. We could just roll on it. We could totally just roll on it unless you guys got some good ideas here for the name. What do you guys think? We roll on it? You want to roll on the table, see what we get? Or do you want to just come up with it us ourselves? What do you guys think? Give me some indication down there. I'm ready to roll. Frogwort? Ooh, I like that. Frogwort's a good idea. Frogwort. Frogwort is really cool. That's like a last name though. Oh, you know what? That's a really interesting idea because we're going to be dealing with some frogs and stuff. To have her last name be Frogwort does seem to be fairly ideal. So, Frogworth, half and half. Yeah, okay, so I think the last name is going to be Frogwort. And let's roll for her hag title. So I have dice. I'm all proud of it. I'm like, I have dice. Look at me, I'm a big boy. I can go to the store and buy dice. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I just insulted everybody who can't go to the store and buy dice. Here we go. All right, I rolled a 9. So we have Rickety. Her first name, her title, I should say her title. Her title, that doesn't do it for me, but Rickety is her title. And then we're going to say that her first name, we'll roll on it. Fish fungus. Ooh. Casey. Franny. Franny Frogwort. Leanne, you know what? I'm putting the die down. We're doing Franny. I like that. Franny Frogwort. That's a cool name. Good call. All right. Franny Frogwort. Rickety Franny Frogwort. Oh, man, that's cool. Rickety Franny Frogwort. Bam. All right, what is her goal? You guys, we need an objective and we need a scheme. What is she up to in the world? What does she want? What is she trying to obtain? She's doing something. She wants something. What is it that she wants? Besides, like, to eat small children and stuff like that. Whatever sea hags do. Eat small children. This channel is not family friendly. He's talking about eating small children. In the Dungeon Master Guide, let me pull up the Dungeon Master Guide. There's a little chart that will perhaps give us some ideas. Let me find this bad boy. Dungeon Master Guide. This is not hard. When this turns into a musical, we are done for the night because you do not want to hear me performing a musical on a live stream. I guarantee you that. All right, where is this? Dancing and singing. I can put the cat cam on. We get some cats and have some dancing and singing. That'll be a fun night. Where are we going? Okay, here we go. Dungeon Master Guide. Nice. We're on magic item stuff because we were creating magic items on one of our live streams previously. And what I'm looking for is creating non-player characters right there, and we're gonna go to villains because these are examples of schemes that villains will have. So they could be going after immortality. I'm going to read the high-level categories. They could be going after influence, magic, mayhem, a passion, prolong the life of a loved one, prove worthy of another person's love, raise or restore a dead loved one. They could be going after power. That's pretty normal. That is probably the most normal thing that I think villains, you typically see them going after. So we should probably do something different. Revenge. That's a good one. They could be going after revenge, and they could just be going after wealth. That's kind of like your players, right? Getting loot. So your players are really just villains going after magic items and wealth, loot, right? So, all right, what's the objective and scheme? Let's see what we got. What does the chat say? Objective and scheme. To kick out a hag from a covenant and join a covenant. Poisoning a water supply. So poisoning a water supply could be, what do you want to call it? A method that she uses. That wouldn't be her ultimate goal. Poisoning a water supply would be a means that she uses to get to some ultimate goal. That could be cause chaos in the town. That could be kill some people in the town. Who knows what that could be. Sea hags hate beauty. She could have kidnapped someone. Okay, but why? Why? What is her objective and scheme? Why would she do that? We're beginning to talk about like finite individual things, but I want an overarching high-level scheme, objective, something that she's trying to obtain. Destroying all beautiful people in the region could be a high-level objective, right? Kidnapping the beautiful and making them slaves, right, and having them suffer, that could be just an evil objective that she has, She wants to expand the swamp and drown a nearby village. Okay, why? Why would she want to do that? I'm trying to dig deeper. I want a real like a motivation. Now, you could do those things and that could be your only motivation, but I like to go a little bit deeper with the villains and ask why are they actually doing those things? Since she is a weak hag, I could see how she would want to disrupt and hag coven and insert herself into it. Oh, now that's interesting. There could be another hag coven nearby, and she is working to maybe kill one of the hags in the coven and insert herself into the coven. Now we're getting a little deeper into the type of motivation I think I like to go for here. It would be, DM Sky says it'd be more family friendly if she instead would like to eat large children. That's a good point. I think that's probably more socially acceptable to eat large children as opposed to eating smaller children. That's probably a good point. To control the seas, yeah. The main point, the hut. Find a ritual to steal her beauty. All right, Panda, see you later, buddy. Scheme, to open a portal to the Feywild to expand her power base. Yeah, that could be it. That could be good. I mean, that could be part of it. She might also be trying to insert herself into the Coven so that then she could influence the Coven to help her open that portal to the Feywild. So those things could kind of go together. Black Dragon Mother for the Wormling needs room for her brood. So she could have a deal. That's interesting. She could have a deal. So, okay, so here we go. So now we're actually talking about a minor villain for the campaign, the Hag, and then an overarching or even greater villain, the Black Dragon, right? And so the players would first encounter the Hag, right? Have some stuff with the Hag go down, probably defeat the Hag, but then they have another villain that the Hag was working for, the Black Dragon. So that's totally a good idea as well. Coven idea. I like the Coven idea. Yeah, I like it too. I think we got 3 really good ideas here. 3 really good ideas that we're gonna write down. So let's get our paper out. Boom! Objective and scheme. All right, so let's give us a new line. And I'm gonna go to the home screen. Give me the home screen. Objective and scheme is to... So, Franny wants to take over a... So she wants to insert herself into a nearby hag coven by removing one of the hags in the coven. Then she wants to use the power of the coven to open a portal to the Feywild where she can recruit more minions. Okay. Ultimately, she is trying to expand. She is helping to expand the territory of an adult black dragon in the swamp nearby to make room for the dragon's growing brood of dragonlings. Does that work? Growing brood of dragonlings. All right, I spelled minions wrong. Thank you, word red underline spell check. How's that? We have several goals. She has an ultimate goal, and then she has some steps along the way of things that she's trying to, objectives that are going to help her get to her ultimate objective. So I kind of like that. I think we got a pretty good thing going on there. That's pretty sweet. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Ooh, that's a good idea too, Arcanivore. Revenge against one member of the Coven who caused the death of her beloved friend Cisco. Some beautiful noble. Ooh. I thought hags, sea hags hated beauty though. So why would she love a nobleman? But we're not going to change it now. I've already typed it out. I'm sorry, buddy. I think that's one of the rules. That's one of the rules of these things. It's like once I pick an idea and I write it down, it's over. Because otherwise we'd be like, erase, erase, erase. Write a new idea down, and then I'd be like, oh, dude, that's a good idea too. Erase, erase, erase. So that's it. That's how that works. Mr. Redstone, we might be doing some questions at the end of the stream. Absolutely. I often do that, where we'll kind of do our main thing, like villain creation, and then we will do questions at the end. So totally possible. All right, man. All right, Deceiver. You got 15 minutes to come up with a good idea, man. Let's go. What are you doing over there? Unless the new idea involves a cat. Theta Tag, you have a very good point there. Very good point there. Stand by. I want to check something real quick. I think so. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. We got that. Oh, by the way, Theta Tag is one of my patrons over on Patreon. So check this out. One of the things that we're going to be doing, my patrons are going to be doing, is playing D&D with me. And we have now 4 patrons signed up for that tier. One more person, and we start playing D&D. And it's going to be sweet. We're getting set up on Roll20 right now, and we're getting some things rolling and stuff like that. So it's going to be sweet. There's probably down in the panel, I think I put a link to that if you want to check that out. So anyway, there you go. There's my plug. Shameless. All right, how is she doing this? So Franny Frogwort has this objective. How is she going about doing this objective? So the first thing she needs to do is, well, maybe we skip to her minions. Do we want to start thinking about her minions? Because her minions, the minions that she has working for her might influence her methods, right? She has a Black Dragon Wormling, and which is probably one of the Wormlings of the Black Dragon that she's working for. But if she has, like, say, some bullywugs that follow her, then that would probably inform the methods that she uses to go about achieving her goals. So we might want to... I always envision hags as being envious of beauty. I think they probably are. They're probably high. So I think sea hags are probably, I agree, they're envious of beauty, which is why they hate it and they try to eradicate it. I think that's a fair assumption. I think I could go with that. I mean, any interpretation, any way of approaching that is legitimate. There's no one that's going to tell you that that's wrong. Because this is not a black and white thing. This is just like it's fantasy, it's your imagination, do what you want. Hi JD, that patron campaign will not be live streamed. No, that is a personal campaign that will be for my patrons. When you start live streaming stuff, there's like pressure and stuff and all that kind of crap. So I'm not gonna put them through that. You know, they're paying cold hard cash to play D&D with me, and we're not gonna make them sweat bullets because people are staring at them and criticizing them or whatever people do. I know I'm critical. When I watch live streams, I'm just like, what is that all about? You know, it's like, that's not the rule. That's the wrong rule. They're messing that spell up. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So no, that won't be live streamed. She could be using the other members of the coven by convincing them that the other hag is a traitor. That's true. That could be a method that she's using. Okay. So I kind of like that idea. So her methods. We're gonna make that a methods. Methods. First one. Convincing 2 members of the coven that one of them is a traitor, so they will kick her out and take Franny into the coven. Good, I like it. We like it. John is like, he joined the live stream one. I doubt we will. I don't know that we're going to be live streaming D&D anytime soon. Everybody and their grandma is live streaming their D&D games, okay? And I think that you have to have something very, very special going on to make it actually interesting and to make it where people actually want to watch it. The vast majority of live streamed games of D&D I've watched, I've just kind of been like, you know, so yeah. Don't hold your breath, buddy. We might not be doing that. Because there is a big difference between live streaming a D&D show that's interesting and entertaining for people to watch, that's Critical Role, and just live streaming a D&D game where you're actually playing the game and the game is for the players and you're not really concerned about the audience, right? And that sort of thing I think is far less interesting to the audience, right? And you almost at that point you're like, why are we streaming if it's for the people at the table? But if we're putting on a show, well then yeah, let's stream it. You know what I mean? But then you need a cast and you need people that are actors and experts and blah 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 whatever, and it's a different beast. Like a panda party. Dun dun dun. Okay, what are we doing? You guys are distracting me. John distracted me. All right. Methods. Okay. So that is her method for removing one of the hags. All right, cool. I like it. Now, you guys, we're not necessarily going to brainstorm all of the little details around that, okay? That's part of your campaign planning. That would take us the whole live stream to come up with all the details of how she does that. We're just going to do her methods at a very high level, okay? So once she gets the power of the coven, she can open up the Feywild and recruit more minions. Let's look at minions for a second. What minions does she currently have? So we have a black dragon wormling. I like that. Let's get some more minions for her. We talked about bullywugs. Does anybody know bullywugs? I'm gonna attempt spelling for that. Where are bullywugs? The bullywugs are definitely in the Dungeon Master Guide, right? They must be in the Dungeon Master Guide. Dungeon Master Guide, the Monster Manual. Bullywug. Yeah, there we go. Bullywug! Okay, so they are a CR 1/4. Awesome. And that's it. CR 1/4. Cool. Cool. And what page are they on? Page 35. I like to note the pages that they're on. CR 1/4. Excellent. So she has some bullywugs that work for her. She has a black dragon wormling that's kind of her sidekick. Probably, I would imagine that if the black dragon wormling is the offspring of the black dragon, the adult dragon that she's working for, the wormling is probably more like an equal or maybe even a supervisor. I don't know. You know what I mean? Unless it's probably not totally mature yet. And so it's kind of probably a little mature, but whatever. All right, what other ideas we got? Giant frogs. Okay, that's cool. Anybody else have a frozen screen? I hope not. Is my screen frozen? I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen over here. We don't freeze around here. We are not frozen. It's actually hot. I'm actually probably gonna get a paper towel to start taking care of this because it's getting a little warm. And I can't put a fan on because the moment I put a fan on, my mic starts picking up all this. And it's gonna sound like we're in a wind tunnel, so we can't do that. So we got bullywugs. What else we got? Sawagan. We could do Sawagan. Bullywug. Grung. That's the one I wanted to use. Thank you, Leanne. Another great idea. Grung. Awesome. I have 0 dropped frames in my OBS thing, so that tells me that it's probably doing okay on my end. All right, Grung. The Meanlock. Meanlocks are awesome too. Yes, Meanlocks. Cool. Darklings are good. Now we can't load her up with too many minions, but we have lots of good ideas. We're gonna do Grung. Grung are cool, and then we're gonna do Meanlocks. Meanlocks are awesome. So check this out. In my Sword Coast Guard game, my players once fought a bunch of Meanlocks. And these Meanlocks had captured some young children from a farmhouse near their den. And they were in the problem. What Meanlocks can do is they can convert creatures into Meanlocks. And so they were in the process of turning these children into Meanlocks. And they actually turned one of the children into a Meanlock. But the sister wasn't a Meanlock and told the players after they had rescued them that this is actually my brother. He's been turned into a Meanlock. My players, check this out, instead of trying to cure the boy, they lied to the parents, said that he was dead, okay? I don't know how they got around the sister knowing about it. But then they exchanged the Meanlock with the main villain of the campaign, Lord Paxton. They exchanged the boy who was a Meanlock with Lord Paxton and told him how the Meanlock could replicate and how Lord Paxton could make more of them. You better believe that at some point, and this was about, I want to say this was about 2 years ago. About 1 year ago, at least 1 year ago in this campaign, they did that. And every so often at the game table, we'll joke about that, okay? At some point, everybody in my group, all my players know that's going to come back to bite them in the butt. And I'm just kind of sitting on it. I'm just kind of holding it. And one day, there's going to be, like, I don't know, a bunch of Meanlocks just swarming down on them or something. So, that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that stuff. Meanlock army. And then check this out. So my player Ted is the one who had that idea. And the thing is, none of the other players stopped him from basically selling the boy turned into a Meanlock to the big bad. And like none of my players stopped him. So like when this happens, like when this Meanlock army craziness comes back to bite them, my players are gonna blame Ted. It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna look at him and just be like, I love it. It is messed up. It's totally messed up. Pexted Gnome? I think I got that name right. All right, so we got Meanlocks. Where are these guys? Let's find these guys. I want to take a look at the Grung. Are really cool too, by the way. Those guys are in Volos. What I don't like about Volos, can I find? Oh, yep, I did. Oh, here we go. So it's easier to find it in the PDF. What really annoys me about Volos, do I have Volos here? Is that there is not an indexed list of all the monsters, I don't think, in Volos. Obviously, they have it in the monster manual at the back. In Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, they have the indexed list of monsters at the beginning of the book. And Volos doesn't have a page-by-page listing of the monsters, I don't think. And it's like, you know, it's the same company designing these books. You'd think there'd be some consistency. I don't know. Maybe that's just the tech writer in me. It's like, come on. Oh, anyway, what were we doing? We're looking at Grung. This is why I wanted to use Grung. Grung are sweet. These guys are so cute. They're so cute. Look at these little guys. They're little frogmen. They're like barbaric, you know, tribesmen of frogs, basically. Okay. And the cool thing about Grung too, this is one of the things I like. I love it when there are more than one type of a monster, because that allows you to have some variety in your encounters and your combats. And Grung you have the basic Grung, which is a CR 1/4, then you have a Grung Elite Warrior, and then you have a Grung Wildling. Okay, so that's Volos, page 156 and 157. So we'll throw this over here. Volos Guide to Monsters, 156 and 157. And their CR 1/4 through CR 2 is roughly, is that what it was? Was it CR 1/4? Yep, CR 1/4. There we go. Sweet. Maybe the hag is making the Meanlock to aid here is reaching the Feywild Meanlock army. Yeah, they'll pull open a closet and then Meanlocks will just start pouring out. It'll be fun. Yeah. Could this hag be sacking Grungs to turn into the Meanlocks? Maybe. I almost imagine, I think that, so it's kind of like, you know, if I have an army, am I going to kill one segment of my army to turn them into another segment of my army? Only if the other segment were much more powerful. But I could keep both segments of those armies and then capture innocent people, small children, and turn them into Meanlocks. And then I'm going to have even better army. So they're monsters, but they look like a heroine tribe. Like the Amazons. A heroine tribe? I don't know what a heroine tribe is. It's like their faces are all white or something. I don't know. What does that look like? All right, so we have Grung. I like the idea of methods. Capturing, it's got to be small children. Capturing small children to turn into more Meanlocks. Let's find mean locks. I think mean locks are in Volos as well. I'm pretty sure they are. Let's find that guy. Mean lock. There we go. Mean lock. Mean lock. All right. Mean lock in Volos. Oh, these are CR2s. These are much, much stronger. They're as strong as the Sea Hag herself. So that's kind of rough. But we'll roll with this because we'll play games. So page 170 CR2 is our mean lock. All right, there we go. Volo's Guide to Monsters, 170 CR2. All right, I think we have enough minions because we're really talking about a low-level bad guy, a CR2, and we've already got her like saddled up with like quite a bit of minions working for her. You start throwing too much more into there, and it becomes quite implausible. So there we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I see what you're saying, Arcanivore. She's turning the grungs into mean locks because the mean locks are more powerful. All right, but let's say so she's capturing small children to sacrifice so that she can turn grung into more mean locks. There we go. You got to have some sacrificial small children in it. It wouldn't be Dungeons and Dragons if like horrible things weren't happening to people, right? I mean, that's you know. There we go. All right, we got the minions. We got some methods. We got some things that she's doing. So how is she? Okay, so she's gonna try to open that. She's gonna try to get into the coven, and she's going to try to open the portal to the Feywild to get more minions. But in the meantime, let's imagine that the Black Dragon still expects her to be expanding his territory. So how is she going about expanding the Black Dragon's territory? That is the question before us. How is she expanding his territory? All right, Deceiver, see you later, buddy. Have fun in your game. Don't kill anybody. I mean, unless they deserve it. So I want to know, give me ideas. How is this hag expanding the territory of the Black Dragon? I mean, it could be something simple, like, attacking a nearby village or something. I don't know. Oh, you're a cat, a good tiefling. Oh, okay. Cool, dude. Oh, well, you have to kill someone then. I mean, you're a player. It's expected that you're going to kill all the DM's monsters. So, you have my blessings. Kill everything. I think, Ray Rob, that makes sense for her to be, like, destroying towns and stuff. Or at least, doing something, causing havoc in one way or another. So, what is her method? How does she go about doing that? Because if she just marches her army into a town, right, ads? You guys are getting ads? Really? You guys... That's not fair. Ads are showing up on my stream. I'm not getting paid for the ads. What is this? I mean, maybe I am. I don't think so. How does she go about taking over nearby villages? How does she do that? She's driving everyone out of the town and taking it. I want to know how. How? Give me some... What is she doing? Something. There's got to be, like, details. What is she doing? Frogs breed really fast. What if she is breeding grung half-dragons? Okay. She could be doing that. All right. How is she... She's expanding territory. How is she getting people out of the villages? Let's see. What could she be doing to get people out of the villages? Well, if she is... She could be spreading fear and terror to make them leave of their own volition. Okay? So she could be doing something. Grungs are poisoning the towns well. They could be doing that. Poisoning the water supplies. Yes. There we go. Now we have something. I mean, yeah, she could just be going in and killing them. Yes, she could. And then if there's battles and killing going on, you're gonna... Yeah, you could do that. It's legitimate. Fear and terror. Here's the thing. Any day of the week, we can just have bad guys go attack somebody and kill somebody, right? For me, it's more interesting to go a couple layers deeper than that, right? A little more subtle, a little more interesting and creative. We can send waves of monsters anywhere, right? But doing something like stealing... Check this out. If she has her grung go in when everybody in a house is sleeping, and the grung steal a child out of its bed and put in its place a frog, okay? And then the family wakes up the next day and finds in the bed, instead of their child, they find a frog, okay? They're gonna freak out. What happened? Did somebody take my child, or was my child turned into a frog? And if this sort of thing continues to happen, and then maybe the sea hag is also driving like tons of frogs to go into the town, and so the town is kind of being overrun with frogs or something. This could be a like fear and terror situation that causes folks to just be like, look it, there's crazy crap going on. You know, those people down the road, they lost their son, and like these people, that and the other. This is getting creepy. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. And then they leave. You know what I'm saying? And then the heroes, the adventurers, are going to hear about all of this crazy stuff going on, and they're going to come investigate and blah, blah, blah. You know how that works. So that sounds like a scene from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The old changeling trick. All right, so I like the poisoning of the well. So we're gonna write my idea down. So and we'll do your poisoning the well idea. All right, so here we go. So Franny is having the grung sneak into farm houses at night, stealing their children and placing frogs in their beds. This creates fear and terror as the farmers, think their children are being turned into toads. She is also causing an infestation of frogs. I'm getting my frogs and toads confused. Are being turned into frogs. She's also causing an infestation of frogs in the area. Her goal is to cause the adults to move their families away and thus increase the black dragon's territory. There we go. And now you have, there you go. That's interesting. Ooh, that's Arcanivore. The frogs could be highly poisonous. Pex Gnome! That is a great idea too! Oh my gosh. Get the townsfolk to turn on each other. Leave evidence suggesting neighbors are responsible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't do this stuff on my own. I get you guys to give me ideas. All right, so let's put this one over here. She is also planting evidence that suggests some of the other farm families are responsible, even causing people to believe they are witches and warlocks. Oh man, there we go. Totally getting them to just like kind of implode on each other. I like that. That's great. A sword is for moderators is Latkus. My moderators have swords because heads roll. Yes, grung are naturally poisonous. Okay, so we got to get that down. She is causing an infestation of poisonous frogs in the area. There we go. Poisonous frogs in the area. Got it. And she is poisoning wells. How is she poisoning wells? She's poisoning wells by filling them with poisonous frogs. It's like just poisonous frogs. Frogs are appearing in your beds instead of your children. And then you have there's like people think that their neighbors are involved. I mean, she's just causing the entire area to just kind of like eat itself alive, you know. So that is awesome. Those are some great ideas there. And that's like this is the entire beginning of a campaign, and you could build several adventures could be built out of these ideas that we're coming up with right now. So that's cool. She's playing devil's advocate. I don't know. All right, cool. I like it. Sweet. We might... I'm like, I need to steal this idea. This is a good idea. I need to use this in one of my games. I just ran out of coffee. That's not good. I have more coffee over there, but that's all we have in the cup. The means. I think we've talked about... Uh-oh. I'm going to get a new page here. We've talked about the means. I mean, she has the means. The means are her minions. Her minions are basically what she's using to do these things, you know, and her creativity and intelligence and stuff like that. So there's not a whole lot that we need to fill out with regards to that. Okay, let's move on to something else. We're gonna move on, and let's take a look at her weaknesses. What is her weakness? Her flaw? I like to think about this sort of thing because sometimes your players are going to be, you know, they're going to think ahead and they're going to try to find out what the weaknesses are, and maybe they find out the weakness and then it helps them or something. So I like to think this through. There's something that is a flaw for her that potentially the players could capitalize on. So let's think about this. Dun dun dun. Oh, now I am getting dropped frames now. I did get a few dropped frames, so that is probably why I'm paused a little bit. So yeah, she is deathly allergic to dying. Ice water. The grung could not like being turned into mean locks and are willing to betray her. Bam! Somebody give this guy a high five. Fist bump. You are Ray Rob. You got it, buddy. Ba-dam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Right there, man. If you're not a dungeon master, you should be, because that's a sweet idea. All right, so the grung know that Franny is turning them into mean locks, and they are willing to betray her in exchange for freedom and revenge. But dang! Oh yeah, fist bump emojis. You know, I'm not super familiar with Twitch, so I have to figure out like how to do all these cool emojis. You probably just fist bump. Oh, there we go. Fist bump. Where's fist bump? Bump. Where's the fist bump emoji? What did you type in for the fist bump emoji, man? I can't find it. I got a face palm. I found a face palm. Fail fish. Nice. I don't know how to. Oh, there it is. Pound. Oh, okay. I got it. Hold on. I got to figure out how to do emojis on Twitch. I'm the. Where is it? Where's pound? I am the Twitch newbie here. No idea what I'm doing around here. No idea at all. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. P-O-O-O. Huh. That's interesting. I should be able to do that. Well, now. Oh, there it is. I found it. Woo! I found it. My cat. Check it out. My cat's down here. Where's my cat? Guapo. Oh, he's gonna roll on us. He's gonna roll around. Oh, there he is. There's Guapo. This is a tangent. This is a huge, massive tangent. Oh. This guy usually just like sits near my leg. He rubs against my legs down here. He's down. He's rubbing against me now. So there we go. There's your cat cam, ladies and gentlemen. Cat cam for the night. It's like when the DM layer streams, it involves cats as well. That's how we roll around here. All right, let's get rocking. I love that weakness. That's like the only weakness we need. Because if the players figure out that the grung don't like this, they can totally get the grung to help them against Franny. That would be sweet. I like it. I think we have a pretty good minion mapped out, guys. I think we're going to put a fork in this one. We're going to put a fork in this one and move on to something else because it took us like an hour to make that minion. All right, let's do this. Let's do our giveaway too. Let's get some giveaway action going on. Giveaway action. Where is my... Villain template. There we go. I'm just going to pull that up for our next one. And giveaway. Giveaway. Yeah, she's deadly. The grung feed on cats? No. No. Franny, being a hag, is grotesquely disfigured and waterlogged. She could fear naturally beautiful females who are strong-willed. Oh, I like that idea. Leanne, I'm gonna copy paste that and just throw it right in here. There we go. Bam! Throw a period on the end of that sentence and we're done. Nice. I love all these emojis. This is one of the things I like about Twitch over YouTube. All these emojis are really cool. You know, and eventually I'm gonna be able to like. How is it? I always see people before their names, they have a bunch of like little icons and badges and stuff. Is that because they're like subscribers and stuff to a particular channel? I see that a lot, and I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's something to do with being a subscriber or something. Is that how that works? Okay, let's get the giveaway going on too. While you guys explain to me how Twitch works. Let me see. So there is a link to the giveaway. All you need to Twitch Prime. Oh, okay, so Prime users or something. Okay, interesting. I have to do some more research on like Twitch crap because I don't know anything. This is like woo. I mean, on YouTube streaming, a little bit more familiar with, but Twitch don't know. All right, giveaway. Quit distracting me. Basically, this is what you got to do to enter the giveaway. For the giveaway, you can win some tactical tokens right here. These are really sweet. I actually just had a video that came out on Tuesday about getting miniatures for your game, and this is one of the alternatives to miniatures that I recommend. You can pick these things up at this dude's website for about 50 cents a token, and they are super slick. They're really well made. Like they're like waterproof and crap. One side is colored, one side is in black and white. So when something dies, you can flip it over. They're super transportable. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Many people have won these, and I get feedback saying they're really good. So, and I have them too, and I think they're really good. I usually, this is kind of a thing I think on my channel and in general. I don't tell you about things that suck. If something sucks, you will not hear me recommending it to you because that's just dumb, So if I'm telling you about something, it's probably because I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, giveaway. There's a link down in one of the panels to the giveaway, and I will throw a link to it in the chat here if I can figure that out. Let me find this bad boy. Let's open this up. Yeah, I have lots of opinions. I have lots of opinions, and I'll tell you, it's interesting. I'll tell you exactly what I think about something. If I think it sucks, I'll tell you. I might offend a bunch of people who are like, rah, 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 rah. But I'm not gonna lie to you about crap because that's just stupid. Okay, I'm trying to find this link for you. It's down in the panel. I'm gonna throw it in the chat too, so you guys can find it. Active. Where is this stupid thing? There we go. I found it. I found it. All right, here we go. Throwing a link. Thank you, moderator. Our carnivore's in the house with a link. Thank you, sir. All right, guys, go to that link, and you need the password. You need the special stream password, which is Tiamat, and I just typed it in. So go over there, throw in the stream password Tiamat. There is a couple other things that you can do to get additional entries if you feel so inclined, and then sign up for that crap. At the end of the stream tonight, we will be drawing our winner. You do not have to be present to win. So, yeah. But it's only open to people in the stream tonight. So there you go. Bam. Go check that crap out. All right, I think we're done with the giveaway. Are we done with the giveaway? You guys are doing that crap, and we can move on to another monster. Another villain. Another villain, I mean. All right, let's see. All right, we need ideas, guys. We need ideas for monsters that we could use as a villain. Monsters that we can use as a villain. Death Ray Chicken Nuggets. I think by merit of having a name that cool, if you win, you deserve to win. Death Ray Chicken Nuggets. That's freaking sweet, dude. I'm just the DM layer. I'm like, my name sucks, man. This dude's got chicken nuggets in his name. Oh, dude, I haven't had chicken nuggets I haven't had chicken nuggets in years. Years. That's probably why they're like death rays. They're definitely not good for you. All right, you guys are brainstorming ideas for a monster. I'm getting coffee. This will take me 2 seconds. Get to work. Oh, I'm gonna turn the cat cam on too. I gotta turn the cat cam on for you real quick because Guapo is rolling around on the ground like a maniac. Oh, he stopped. Well, you can see Squirty Pie. That right there is Squirty Pie. She's just chilling over there. Guapo is down here under my feet now. There you go. You should be able to see that. It's getting kind of warm down here. I gotta get a little paper towel action going on. All right, yes, higher level villain. Let's do higher level. Higher level villain, folks. Let's do something cool. Let's do something sweet. It took us an hour to do one villain. So let's just go. Let's go up there. Let's do something really sweet. Something high. What ideas we got? Rakshasha. Death Slod. Ooh. Those are some nice ones. I have never had a Rakshasha in a game. I think ever. Ooh. We might want to look at that one. Fire Giant General. Okay. A champion from... Yep, a champion. A Halfling Warlord. I don't know. Rakshasha. We haven't eaten. A Rakshasha... Probably, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I pronounce a lot of things wrong. Chieftain. I got so many comments in one of my videos about my pronunciation of chieftain. Chieftain. I was saying chieftain, but I was saying chieftain. Chieftain. I'm from Michigan. That's probably like, you know what? No, I was gonna say it's a regional dialect, but like, in all honesty, it's probably like a Luke dialect. Luke just doesn't know how to speak English very well, probably. Rakshasha. Rakshasha. I don't know. Rakshasha. A Revenant. Okay. Oh, Revenant seeking revenge. That's a cool idea. I like that. Yeah, the champion is just a generic NPC. It could be anything. Yes. I sneeze. This like sneeze came out. I'm like, gotta strangle that stuff. All right, that's it. Any more ideas? A Mad Golem. I feel like a Golem is a minion. A Golem is not going to be probably a villain. I feel a Glabrazu, that could be a villain. Yeah. We're doing Rakshasha. Philip Ketchup has won. I'm sorry. I'm calling you Philip Ketchup. He's like getting offended. He's like, Luke, you are being offensive. Don't call me that. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. It's long and it's got a bunch of K's in it. I don't know what to do with that. Call you Philip K. Sorry, buddy. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm kind of a moron. I'm just being myself. Anyway, I like that name. I like that idea, dude. We're going with Philip's name. Rakshasha is the way to go. So the race is Rakshasha. Rakshasha. If it's a Rakshasha, make it with your face on it. You want me to call you Ketchup. All right, dude. Philip Ketchup. Oh man, I wish I could give you something special. Like if I could give you like a stream, like some sort of like emoji that like a ketchup bottle. If we could give you a ketchup, is there a ketchup bottle emoji, guys? Can we spell Philip's name with ketchup bottle emojis? Is that a possibility? Are we able to do that? Is that something we can do? Like literally like Philip spelled in ketchup bottles. That would be freaking sweet. Oh man, that'd be awesome. Could we do that? That would take some dexterity. That would take some serious chat dexterity to pull that off. All right, let's go to our Word document here. What is the... Let's find Rakshasha. I think a Rakshasha is like a CR 13 or something. I'm just pulling a number out of there, and we'll see how close we are. Luke thinks that a Rakshasha is a CR 13. What are they really? I was right! Woo! Oh, look at that. Look at that. My mush for brains remembered something. I have like the world's worst memory, and I remembered it. So in case you guys don't know, Rakshasas are pretty infamous. Very, very evil cat people. And it's interesting how their hands are. Instead of the palm of their hand being like here, it's like backwards. Their hands are backwards. And the backs of their hands are their palms and stuff. And so it's really like weird, you know. So a pizza's not too bad. I mean, a pizza has like pizza sauce on it. And pizza sauce is related to a ketchup. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Rakshasha are mad tricksters. And I am not super familiar with Rakshasha, to be honest with you guys. I kind of have a general idea of what they are, but I don't know them a whole lot. I don't like I mentioned like a little bit ago. I've never used a Rakshasha before in one of my campaigns or my games. So, ooh, it can take on any guise it wants. Oh, that's interesting. They originated in the Nine Hells. Oh, nice. That is cool. All right. Cool. So they can't be killed on the material plane. All right. I like it. Cool. Cool. Oh, you guys, you know what it says here? When the Rakshasha is reborn, it has all the memories and knowledge of its former life, and it seeks retribution against the one who slew it. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I like it. I'm reading this because this information about the creature that we're going to be using for a villain, it's important to have this in our brains and our minds as we create a villain around this, because some of this information might inform our creation of this villain. It might help determine what his goals are, what his schemes are, and that sort of thing, you know. And so that's why we're kind of looking at this stuff. Why I want to look at it, because I'm not super familiar with this. Lawful evil. Yep, that makes sense if they were created by devils. Absolutely. The thing about them, too, they have limited magic immunity. They are immune to spells of 6th level or lower. That's nuts. I need to start giving that to all of my bad guys. Just immunity. Fireball. Nah, immune. And they have a bunch of spells they can use. They can fly, plane shift, true seeing, dominate person. Oh, you guys, the save DC is at 18. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good save DC for a CR 13. Okay. All right, I like it. All right, guys, let's start thinking about this then. Ooh. Let's see. Great reoccurring villain. They curse you and gain no benefit of rest. Rakshasha can cast disguise self at will. What if this particular Rakshasha had an alter ego as a detective or some law enforcement position? Yeah, we could do that. Neutral evil uses their natural illusions to assume leadership in shady guilds. Okay, we got some ideas going on. The Rakshasha had a position of authority that let him insert evil into the legal system. Okay, I like these ideas. So these are different things the Rakshasha could infiltrate him into doing. So we kind of see him maybe infiltrating a guild or infiltrating a position of authority, perhaps a legitimate government in a city or something. Okay, what is his goal though? Like, what does he actually want? What does he want? What is he going after? Because every NPC, every villain has to have a motivation. He has to have something that he's going after, something he's trying to seek and obtain. And this is what drives his actions. This is what motivates him. And we have to nail that down. And so that's what I want to know about this guy. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of methods here. We're talking about methods. But I want to know what his motivation is. Ooh, amassed Lordship of Waterdeep. Ooh. Why though? Why? Why would he want to become a Lord of Waterdeep and have that authority? Is there something deeper? Is there something deeper that's driving him to want to do that sort of thing? Welcome back, Islatkas. Whew. I need a fan. I need a silent fan. I need like a fan that doesn't make any noise whatsoever. That's what I need. I don't think they make those. I don't think they make those. Where am I going? Oh no, I just pushed the wrong button. Now OneNote's gonna open. I don't need OneNote open on my computer right now. Goodbye. Get back to the 9 hells. Collecting high-powered, good-aligned artifacts so they cannot be used to force him back to the helps for an ultimate demise. If he wipes out 5 villages, he can bring back his demon creator. Ionic Breeze. Ooh, Ionic Breeze. I might look into that. I mean, I have air conditioning and crap. I could turn that on. You know what I mean? But then I'm like air conditioning the entire house because Luke is like a little hot at his live stream. Do they live in clans? Maybe he was cast out and is now trying to take over a region in the material plane to prove his worth or something. Now, yes. Chicken nuggets, now we're getting onto something I think that is a little bit more like a deeper motivation, right? Like, why am I trying to take over and become a Master Lord of Waterdeep? Why am I trying to, infiltrate myself into places? Like, what is my motivation, right? I was kicked out of my clan or family, and I'm trying to prove my worth so that they will accept me back into them. That is the type of motivation that I'm looking for. That kind of like, that's the sort of thing that for me, it's like, ooh. Yeah, that could be it. I like that. We're going to roll with that. Guapo. He's like literally under my feet. I can't even move my feet. Guapo's the name of my cat, by the way. He's like, why is Luke saying guapo? And Luke's saying just yelling. He's like looking down and yelling guapo at his keyboard. This guy just wants me to pet him. Rakshasha. So we'll say lawful evil. Rakshasha. His objective and scheme. So I'm kind of just going to copy paste what Mr. Nuggets. We have ketchup. So we have ketchup in the live stream. We have nuggets in the live stream. Anybody down for some potato chips? We have someone called Chips. So we're going to say that he was cast out. He was cast out of his, I don't know if they live in clan, but we can imagine whatever. We could say his family or something. It doesn't really matter. We can make up whatever we want. And is now trying to take over a region in the material plane to prove his worth. He has chosen Waterdeep to be that region. And then I liked somebody gave the idea of trying to become a masked Lord of Waterdeep. So he is attempting to become a masked Lord. I think that's capitalized. A masked Lord of Waterdeep. There you go. And possibly. Well, no, a masked. No, I was gonna say open Lord, but if it's a Rakshasha, they're probably more comfortable, staying hidden in disguises and stuff. So a masked Lord of Waterdeep. He's attempting to become a masked Lord of Waterdeep. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I like it. That's good. That's good. And anything else? Nom nom. Cast out of the hells. Cheeseburger. Oh. You guys, is there a cheeseburger emoji? Cheese. There's a cheese emoji. What about burger? But what about hamburger? Sandwich? Sandwich? Anything? There's a salt. There's a salt emoji. I got cheese and salt. I did not find a cheeseburger, though. It's hard to mask them hands. Well, when they cast Disguise Self, doesn't that change their hands? I think that would change their hands, wouldn't it? How did you get cheeseburger? Oh, hamburger. It's just called hamburger? Is that a global? That's a global one. Why couldn't I typed in ham? Yeah, it doesn't come up at all. Like literally, it doesn't come up at all. Huh. Oh, emoji food and drink. I don't know. You guys are doing something special over there. Apparently there are different types of emojis or something. I don't know. Whatever. Burger. All right. Luke's just like looking up emojis. I'm not finding that stuff, dude. I don't know. We're gonna do that some other time. That's a big tangent. Okay. So he's attempting to become a Master Lord of Waterdeep to take over the region to prove his worth for his clan. Okay, I can roll with that. Do we want to look up? Do we want to brainstorm his name? What about a name, ladies and gentlemen? A name for a Rakshasha. What should his name be? That way we can start calling him something like Timmy, you know, as opposed to just Rakshasha, because I'm having a hard time pronouncing that word. I think so, Leanne. I think the Sky's Self would definitely change his hands. So we would definitely, you would definitely not see the hands. Timmy. Timmy was just like some thing I threw out. I'm hoping for something much more, like, you know, what do you want to call it? Intimidating, horrific, you know, sort of thing. So I got to put some eye drops in. My contacts are getting dry. It's going to look like I'm crying. I've been crying. I get all emotional. When I'm streaming. I can't help it, you guys. Timmy the Child Eater. Why would he be eating children? He's a Rakshasha. Everybody just... Carlson Cossacks. Okay. Amrit Harry. Ooh, I like that. Themistus. Okay. Leanne. I can't even pronounce that. But is it not in the tradition of Dungeons and Dragons and like fantasy in general to have names of things that are impronounceable, unpronounceable, whatever. Impronounceable. Anti-pronouncement. Your own cat's names. My cat's names are Rasheen. Marsic. Okay, you know what? So we're gonna pick Leanne's thing. But I need a last name. So it's gonna be Themistocles. But we need like a clan name. A last name or a clan name for this dude. Oh, wait. We have to pick a gender? Like it's like an evil whoops, that's the wrong button. It's an evil thing, but I think it has gender, doesn't it? It's got to. Why wouldn't it? I mean, I assume it would. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to find anything in here. Well, hold on a second. Do devils have gender? Or are they just evil creatures? I guess it doesn't have to. It could be genderless. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Devils don't have gender because that's not how they reproduce. Yeah, I don't think it would. Yeah, I don't think so. So we just call it Lynx. Lynx. That's a cool last name. Kajashrush. Hello, my name is Kajashrush. I am going to take over the world. Lynx. I like Lynx because that's the name of a cat. There we go. Lynx. So Themistocles Lynx is the name. Oh, that's true, Arcanivore, a succubus. And yeah, and what's the male name? When a succubus is a male, doesn't it change a name? I think it has a different name. Or it like changes slightly or something like that. Yeah, you're right. Some do. A succubus is also, I think it's also a demon too or something. I think succubi can go either way. They can be either with devils in the nine hells, and they can also be with demons in the abyss. So incubus. One of these days I will learn how to speak. That's one of the thing. That's my thing. You know, that's part of my brand. Part of the DM Layer's brand is that he can't pronounce anything properly. I might even do it on purpose. Just whatever. All right, fiends. All right, cool. Oh, Irini. Let's get going. We got a name. We have an objective or a scheme. What are his methods, you guys? So what is he doing? What is he doing to become a masked lord of Waterdeep? Yeah, what's he doing? What types of things? Now we're going to talk about specific details of what are Rakshasha. We're going to call him Themi. Themi for short, because I can't pronounce that whole thing. Themi. We call him Mr. T. Mr. T. Themi. What is Themi doing to try to become a masked lord of Waterdeep? That is the question before us. Defamation? Ooh, okay. Expand on that. Impersonation or disguise? Is Latkus? I don't say anybody's name correctly. Poor Philip. I'm calling him Philip Ketchup. You know. I want to expand. I think Arcanivore, you got a good idea there. Defamation, impersonation, and disguise. So what if he were trying to find out who the masked lords of Waterdeep are, and then once he figures out who they are, he impersonates them in public and does things that defames them and potentially gets them like removed from office, so to speak. That's my idea. I don't know, what ideas do you guys have? Ooh, he could use dominate person. Do they have dominate person? Did they have that? Yep, they have dominate person. So these are the magical abilities that he has available to him. Detect thoughts. That could be very useful. Disguise self, mage hand, minor illusion. He can charm person, detect magic, invisibility, major image, suggestion, dominate person, fly, plane shift, and true seeing. You guys, if he has true seeing, I wonder if that can penetrate the masked lord's disguise, right? It's possible. Because the masked lords of Waterdeep wear these robes. Yeah, Philip Ketchup. The DM layer is an English major who can't speak English to save his life. I actually am. I majored in English and writing in college. That's my degree. My degree is like English and writing. There you go. And yeah, can't speak English to save his life. Sweet. What are we doing? I was talking about something and then Mr. Ketchup distracted me. Luke's job is to insult people's names. That's what I do around here. I like it. Ooh, you guys, these are good ideas. I'm going to start copy pasting some ideas. You guys have some good ideas. So I'm going to start writing. I'm going to get over here and start writing. Method. All right. So he, she, whatever, who cares? Defaming masked lords of Waterdeep in an attempt to get some of them removed from office. Okay, cool. He can do that. He could be corrupting officials with bribes created by illusions such as creation spells and stuff. He could be doing that. Oh, you know what? You know what he could be doing? He could be bribing city officials to get dirt on the government or the masked lords. He could be doing that. I don't know how successful that would be, honestly, in a city like Waterdeep. Waterdeep is kind of known to be fairly lawful and above the board, but you'll be able to find a corrupt politician anywhere you look, in any city, anywhere, at any time, in the world or in the fantasy world. So that'll probably work just fine. What else? What other ideas we got here? Ooh, he is framing or eliminating other nobles so that he is the only lord left and the default leader of Waterdeep. He could be doing that. That would be nuts, though. He would be, he could be doing two things. He could be doing two things. He could be doing that. So I think he's doing two things. He is, what do you want to call it? Recruiting. He's gathering nobles and powerful individuals to his side, and framing or eliminating others, and framing or eliminating those that won't join him until he is the only, so that he can rise to power. Something like that. Now the masked lords of Waterdeep aren't always powerful and influential people, but they usually have connections and stuff like that. But we're kind of assuming that by what we're saying that he is somebody of importance in the city to begin with. So maybe he is someone of importance, or maybe he's killed a powerful noble or a powerful merchant or something and taken his place. And he's now impersonating that merchant, right? So that he can gather people on his side. So I feel like he is impersonating somebody important. Who is he impersonating? Who could he be impersonating? He's impersonating a powerful, I don't know, it could be noble. It could be a nobleman. I almost want to say merchant, though. I almost feel like merchant might work better. A dead noble of... Okay. You have some details in that one. He is impersonating a dead noble of the Waif Silver family in a bid to become a masked lord. All right, there we go. Got it. Sweetness. I like it. All right. Those are cool. And he doesn't have any minions. We have not given him any minions whatsoever. It's just this Rakshasa who is using these sorts of techniques to become, to do this sort of thing. Okay. I like it. What other ideas do we have here? He's using information leaks as a means of blackmail. Yeah, he could be using that. He could be doing that. That's a possibility. Oh, there's another idea. Suggestion and major illusion. Maybe he can pretend to defeat some monster while disguised to get notoriety. Ooh. Death Ray Chicken Nuggets is on the treadmill right now. It's hard to type. He's burning off the chicken nuggets. That's awesome, dude. I should try to do a live stream on a treadmill. I'd be like, just sweat pouring down. Oh, I'm breathing. I'm like, that'd be nuts, man. All right, any other ideas here? Idea for minions. Doppelganger. All right. Philip Ketchup has an idea. I like it. What's a doppelganger? That's in the monster manual. What page is that on? And what's the CR for that? What is the CR for that, for a doppelganger? It's not an M. A doppelganger is a D. CR3, page 82 of the Monster Manual, is the doppelganger. Cool. All right, so how is he... Okay, so he has some doppelganger minions. How is he using the doppelgangers to accomplish his goals? Because remember, guys, ultimately, check this out. We have a Rakshasa, and we're creating a villain, but while we're creating this villain, we also want to keep in mind that we're also going to need to create some adventures that the players are going to go on to track down the villain, to confront the villain, to defeat the villain, blah, 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 blah. And so, if if they just encounter a Rakshasa, maybe they could like go on some sort of like investigation type thing to track the Rakshasa down and stuff like that. But we still want to have some minions with the Rakshasa, right? Minions of him that they'll encounter before they actually get to the villain fight. And then maybe minions that are with the Rakshasa when they actually encounter him. You know, so we do want to have some minions around him so that'll help us to build the adventure out. We're not actually building the adventure, but that'll give us some fuel for the flame, so to speak. So, Wave Silver. That's cool. I mean, we can call it whatever we want. It doesn't matter. We can just make up family names. That is our prerogative. And it doesn't have to be in the Forgotten Realms, although we are talking about Forgotten Realms stuff. Oh, I like it. All right, what are they doing? I agree, Ray Rob. The doppelgangers are gangs in Waterdeep that work for him as hired thugs. What do they do? So, a doppelganger's forte is not being a thug and just beating people up and enforcing things. Its forte is espionage and infiltration. So, how is he using these doppelgangers in that regard? Because that's really what they do best, in my opinion. Maybe they use adventurers to do stuff to bring down opposing families. Oh, yeah. Chicken nuggets on the treadmill. He's just spinning out ideas. There is nothing I love more than using, well, I like lots of things, but one thing that I love is using a villain that the players don't know is a villain and getting the players to go on missions to help the villain out. All right, so there we go. I love that crap. So yes. Okay, posing as a dead noble of the Wave Silver family. What's his name again? Themi Stockley's positions himself as a sponsor of adventuring parties, including the players, and uses or manipulates them to further his goals. Generally, this means doing things that bring down other noble families or political opponents. I love it. You guys, that's awesome because the first part of the adventure, the first part of the campaign could basically be this Rakshasa who is the NPC quest giver. The players are getting quests from the Rakshasa who is sending them to do these things, and eventually it is revealed that he's like a bad guy. And then the players are like, okay, that's messed up. Now we're killing this guy. Thank you very much. So I like that. You don't always want to do that sort of thing because if you do it too much, then the players are going to know what you're up to and they're going to be suspicious of every single NPC. But every so often, something like that can be really, really cool. So, nice. Mr. Redstone's creating a campaign right now. Are you taking notes? Actually, your notes are all right. I'm taking notes for you. You should be paying me for these notes. I'm charging for the notes. It's gonna be $9.99 for the notes, and you can buy them on Amazon or something. I don't know. Whatever. They're gonna be free. I'm not gonna charge you for this. Most of these are your ideas. The cat cam. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, they I don't know if you heard that, but they were killing each other. And then they ran that way. So I don't know if you. Oh, it's awesome. The cat cam. Where are we at? There we go. Cat fight. Ooh. Oh, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you guys have hung out with me in I'll look at it in a second. Is Latkus? Oh, he's like, I am literally postponing dinner to watch. How long do you think this will be? We're probably gonna be on for an hour or so more, dude. So you might want to go grab some chow and then come back. Don't be starving, man. He's like, I need food. What was I saying? I was on a tangent. I was talking about something, and then the cats distracted me, and then I was saying something else, and then his stomach growling distracted me. Oh, I was talking about my microphone. I used to have my microphone on my desk, and every time I would put my coffee cup down, and I tapped the desk a lot, I could hear it when I was listening to my live streams. I could hear this like pounding and tapping and stuff. But now I have my microphone suspended above me, like most people do for their microphones, and so now it should be a little bit less of the tappy going on all the time. So let's see. The doppelgangers are over the city where it's good to have ears as he is developing his network. Yeah, I like that idea. For sure. I mean, that's the way to use doppelgangers. So he uses his doppelgangers as his eyes and ears in the city to gather information that can be of use. He also, he could, you know what, dude, he could have them be posing. He also has several of them posing as servants in noble families and merchant houses, we'll say, to gather information. There we go. Servants know everything. Sweet. Okay, so he's using his doppelgangers to gather information that he can use to further his political goals. Okay, I like it. This reminds me of Eggman and Knuckles. Eggman always tricks Knuckles into doing his bidding. Then when Knuckles eventually finds out, he always gets angry as if this was the first time that it happened. I don't know what Eggman and Knuckles is, but yeah, that's cool. That's true. You could do that. Rando Twin, having other factions do similar things to create a political mess. Right. If we were planning out the campaign, that would be totally something we would do. We are drifting a little bit from creating a villain to going into campaign planning, I feel. But there's a gray line between the two, I think, and so it's natural to just kind of fall into campaign planning a little bit when you're doing villains. The doppelganger should be named Knuckles. Ooh, yes. His code name for his band of doppelgangers is Knuckles. Nice. I like it. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. I know Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, I played the game a little bit. I'm not very good at it. I'd always give up after like 5 minutes. Be like, this game sucks. I wasn't good at video games back in the day. Like when Nintendo and stuff were out, I was horrible at those games. I liked Legend of Zelda. That was a cool one. Legend of Zelda was lots of fun. And my brother and I would always get like when you got the original Nintendo, there was like the cheat thing that you loaded the cartridge of the game inside this thing, and then you put that in there, and then it would have cheat codes that you could put into it. We always got those things. We're like dirty little cheaters. We didn't play anything legit, except for Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past or something. It might have been. I don't remember which one it was. It was the one for the Super NES. I think it was the Super NES one. Loved that game. That was so much fun. One of the few games that I ever actually legitimately beat, like back in the day. Yeah, there we go. Dan Byer was like, only an hour. I was hoping for 6 more. Yeah. Game Genie. Yes, Game Genie. That's what it was. We would always get the Game Genie. Maybe he calls them Knuckles since doppelgangers can be so anonymous anyhow. Yeah, he could. All right, what else we got to do about this guy? I I think we've already talked about the means. The means have been covered. His main means are manipulation. Manipulation and deception are what he's using to accomplish his goals. I like it. Weakness. Okay, guys. What is our doppelganger's weakness? Oh, Game Shark. That sounds familiar too. Game Shark. What is our doppelganger's weakness? We need to give him some sort of weakness. What shall it be? What shall it be? Give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. Awakened shrubs. That's awesome. Go wipe that stuff away. Being called a commoner? Ooh, plebeian. You plebeian. Not the plebeian. Dogs. The shrubs have ears. Pretty girls. True name. Ooh. Oh. He leaves too many clues or something. I like the idea of awakened shrubs having ears and being like informants or something. I kind of like that idea. That's pretty cool. Stand by a moment. Gotta do a little thing. There we go. There, it's back. It's back. All right. Awakened shrubs. I like that. That's from I know that's from like the Monster Manual or something. Those things are not like very high level. Where are those guys? Awakened shrubs. Where are those? Anybody know in the Monster Manual where awakened shrubs are? Anybody? I could probably go to the index. Let's go to the index. Index of stat blocks. Awakened shrubs. 317. Okay. Where's that thingy? Wait, where is this? Whoops. Oh, they're just in here. Okay. They're in the back. Miscellaneous creatures. Awakened shrub. All right. Oh, okay. I was thinking of a blight. Shrub or something. This is just an awakened shrub. This is cool. I've never used these before. It's a CR 0. Oh, that's cool. 317. All right, cool. I've never used these before. That's cool. Monster Manual 317 CR 0. There we go. He uses awakened shrubs positioned about the city to gather information. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Twig Blight. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Twig Blight, Mr. Redstone. Weaknesses. Oh, we were talking about weaknesses too. Yeah, knowing his true name. His true name. True name is... And now we have to brainstorm his true name. And what is the consequence? His true name is something, and a person that knows it gains some sort of power over him. I'm not sure what the power would be. Like, what is reasonable if you know his true name and you invoke his true name or something? What is a reasonable thing? Timmy. His true name is Timmy. I'm going to make it ketchup, dude. Keep that up. It's going to be ketchup. What is his true name? Leanne says, knows his true form as a fiend, prefers his assumed character as the noble. His own reflection causes him to recoil and look away or destroy the reflecting surface. Ooh. This is interesting. I like this. I like this idea. That's a cool weakness too. I like that. We'll say seeing his own reflection causes him to recoil and look away. And he, and he hates mirrors, shattering them whenever possible. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right, we just got it. Kaja Shrush. That is his true name. I just picked the first one I saw in the chat. That's his true name. What does a person gain, though, if they know his true name? His powers don't work on you. The problem I see with that is once one player knows his true name, he's going to tell everybody else at the table, and then suddenly your entire group of players is immune to everything the Rakshasa can do, and your big boss fight becomes a pushover. And so I don't think that is probably going to work very well. He'll get bad luck. You can get power over souls he has corrupted. Nothing angers a devil like losing souls. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Knowledge of his plan. Rumpelstiltskin letting the dog out real quick. Okay, let that dog out. Let the dog out. You do not want that dog leaving you any presents on your carpet, dude. Trust me. He knows. He's a dog owner. He knows exactly what that means. All right, I got the true name. All right. I kind of like that idea. I think I like the idea of getting advantage against saving throws, except that then everybody in the party will have advantage against saving throws because they're all going to tell each other. I like Pext Gnome's idea of gaining power over souls he has corrupted. Some sort of power over souls the Rakshasa has corrupted. Do Rakshasas corrupt souls? We haven't really talked about him corrupting souls at all. Some sort of power over something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Redstone. I'm thinking power over his minions. Some sort of power over his minions. I don't know what that would be. DM would need to flesh the details of that out a little. All right, that's it. I'm going to leave a note here. So whoever uses this villain is going to have to figure out what the heck that means and exactly what power that would be, because we're not gonna do the details tonight, I think. So there you go. Anything else that we're missing for this villain? Otherwise, I think that we have another villain created. Pretty cool. Anything else? Who let the dogs out? That's a song. Who let the dogs out? It could get really complicated. Once the players are somehow getting control over the Rakshasa's minions and stuff like that, it could get really complicated. So you would have to have some sort of reasonable mechanic in the game that doesn't allow the players to just have like a massive army of doppelgangers and stuff on their side, you know. So the DM would have to figure that out. That would need to be fleshed out and put into balance and considered and all that kind of stuff. So a certain item is his weakness. Well, I mean, Rakshasas, I think, natively have weakness to a certain item. It's a piercing weapon. It's like there's a certain thing that they have. Yeah. See, check this out. They are vulnerable to piercing from magic weapons wielded by good creatures. So that will do double damage to them. And they are immune to damage from non-magical weapons. That's pretty cool. And they're immune to... These guys are nasty. I don't know why I don't use these guys more. These guys are pretty cool, though. All right, what's your question, Redstone? Give us your question. By the way, guys, if you're just joining us and you have not signed up for our giveaway yet, make sure you sign up for our giveaway. Down in the panel that way, I think, there is a link to our giveaway, and you're going to need the passcode or the special word, which is Tiamat, to enter the giveaways. So if you have not entered the giveaway, go enter the giveaway. You are going to be potentially you'll be in the running to win some of these tactical tokens from tacticaltokens.com. They are, I guess, a sponsor of the stream or something tonight because they gave me cool stuff to give away to you. So I guess you could call them that. So yeah, these things are sweet. Go sign up for the giveaway, guys. And then if you're looking for like a miniature alternative, these things come out to be like about 50 cents each, and they're super high quality. So you definitely worth considering. So there you go. Enter that giveaway. Yeah, Redstone. If you, this is the way this works. Like at the end of the stream tonight, I'm gonna draw the winner, okay, and then I will contact you by email, right? And then you gotta tell me where I'm gonna ship these things and all that kind of stuff. So you'll definitely find out. You'll definitely know. If you won, I will contact you, for sure, totally. Ooh, what if Kasha Shrush has a major beef with Mert the Moneylender? Mert the Moneylender. I'm actually running Dragon Heist right now, and so Mert the Moneylender has already made an appearance in there. So what's your question? Did you have? So Mr. Redstone had a question. What's your question, buddy? You said you had a question? Or somebody had a question. Somebody earlier in the stream said they had a question that they wanted to ask toward the end of the stream. So this is your chance to ask that question. In fact, let me see. Let me double check something here. I think, let's see. What do you guys want to do? You guys, we can do one of two things. We're gonna go for just a tidgen longer. We can either open up the stream to just questions, dungeon mastering questions, D&D questions, or something, or we can create probably one more villain. What would you guys prefer to do? Just do some questions and hang out and talk, or do another villain? Let me know. I'll do either one. I'm running out of steam though, so this won't go. We probably got about 45 minutes to an hour left of Luke being able to stay awake and talk coherently. If I've ever talked coherently. So, there you go. There you go. Get some eye drops going on in there. Was this stream inspired by my question on Discord? What was your question on Discord, dude? And when did you ask it? I've been planning this stream for... This stream, doing a villain creation stream, has been in my backlog of stream ideas for quite some time now. But I'm happy to give you credit for the stream idea. At the same time. All right, let's do this. We'll work on a villain together. We will work on a villain, one more villain. But if anybody does have D&D questions or Dungeon Master questions, then go ahead and ask your question. Just make sure you throw a hashtag all caps question so that I know that you're asking a question, right? And then we'll kind of poke at a villain while also answering questions. We'll see how that goes. That might not go too well. I tend to be pretty verbose when I answer questions. Death Ray Chickens says, you often say you've been a DM since high school, but when were you in high school? I was in high school. I graduated high school in 1998. So there you go. I probably started dungeon mastering in like 1995, maybe? That sounds reasonable. When I was about 15 or so. I think that sounds reasonable. So there you go. Yeah. All right. So ask questions if you got questions. Otherwise, we're going to move on to another villain. Another villain. Another villain. Get rid of that. Go back to there. And we need our quick part for our villain template. Villain. Where'd it go? And we also need... Art is Cactus. See you later, dude. See you next time, man. We also need to know what kind of creature we're going to do for a villain as well. So we need ideas for a creature for a villain. So give me some brainstorming stuff in there. Can we make a villain who is good? Absolutely. Let's do. What good creatures do we have that could be villains? Good creatures that are villains. Dan Bayer says, have you ever done a text-based campaign? And if so, any tips? Yes, I have done a text-based campaign. So, an Eaton. Philip Ketchup wants an Eaton. I think you've been saying Eaton for the entire stream. I ran a play-by-post campaign for a couple years, I think, back when I lived in Central America. And so it was all written. It was all text. All text, 100% text, play by post, you know. I think, what tips do I have from that? Frequent posts, like frequent posts and stuff for that. If you're doing it all by text, is it real-time text? If it's real-time text, then I don't know, man. Try to be descriptive in your text, in your language and stuff like that. I don't know how you would do that, man. Like, you might need to have some. I'm just spitballing here. I've never done real time game by text, you know. But I imagine you might have to have some like basic rules in place to, like, you know, keep the chatter under control, you know, because if you have like 5 people doing a text game and like there's just a stream of chatter. You know what I mean? It's going to be, I would imagine it would be really hard for the dungeon master to follow along with what's going on and what the players are saying is going on. It's kind of like if you were at the actual game table. If you're at an actual physical game table and you have all 5 players talking at the same time, nobody can keep track of what's going on. And so if you're just playing by text only, if everybody just has this constant stream of chatter, I think it would be hard to keep track of what's going on. So in the same way that when you're running a game at a physical table, you're basically going to have one person talking at a time, you might need to have something like that going on with like text-based. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. So, yeah. All right. A Guardian Naga. Ooh. That's a good idea, dude. I like that. A Guardian Naga. Panda's back. Welcome back, dude. A necromancer who drew a deck of many things. A sphinx who is guarding a thing that will save the world, but won't let anyone past. That's not a bad idea. There could be an entire dungeon, right, that is full of the sphinx's, like, allies who are protecting that thing the sphinx is guarding. That's an idea. I like that. You have never eaten an Eaton. That's good, dude. Good job. Josh, are you still here, man? Josh, are you still here? I haven't seen anything from you. I saw you at the beginning and then radio silence. Are you still with us, man? I'm just curious. Are you working tonight or are you like with us too? That's another question for you. An evil troll who put on a helmet of lawfulness and so he is a good guy. Or isn't there like, oh, you guys remember how there was a belt of gender change? What if there's like a belt of alignment change or something? And so you have a troll that became a good guy, but he's still somehow a villain. Okay, an angel who is sick of the corruption of the world and believes their deity is too good to do what dark deeds need to be done to purify the world. Oh, I like that idea. Pext Gnome. That's a really good idea. A deck of many things can make you switch your alignment. You know what? We're going to go with this idea right here. We're going to go with Mr. Gnome's idea. I'm just going to copy that right there. Let's do an angel, you guys. I like this idea. It's a good. Oh. The sneezing. Woo! Let's find an angel. Let's find an angel in the monster manual that we can use. Thank you. Thank you. Please, like, bless you. Bless you. Like, almost. Like, I cut it off. I powered my way through that sneeze. Oh, my cat's grouching. What? Jeez. Get some cats over here. He's over there grouching. He probably wants food. We're looking for an angel. Those are at the very beginning of the monster manual. A diva. A diva. Right down there. Cat. Cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. It could be a diva or a deva, however you want to pronounce those. A planetar. This is even higher level. Woo! That's a high level. Dang. Or a solar. Wow, that's a serious villain, dude. That's the villain of the campaign right there. Nice. All right, which one do you want to pick, guys? Which one do you want to go for? Kind of like a mid-level, a higher level, or like a big-time level? Yeah. Some of his minions are lesser angels. I like that idea. Mr. Redstone's back. Welcome back, dude. Sounds like the origin of Zariel. Interesting. All right. Well, you know what? I like that idea. So let's use a solar. Let's use a solar, and the minions are going to be some of these lesser angels. Cool. Solar. What's the alignment of a solar? Lawful good. That makes sense. How about a name? Can we get a name for this angel? Can the angel be named Dan? Make some sort of like fantasy name for Dan. You know, like something fancy that is difficult to pronounce, and we'll just call him Dan as a nickname. All right, give me something like that, and then we'll make your wish come true. So the minions will be devas. Monster Man. What? Woo. What page is that on? It's page 16, CR 10. And then what was the other one? Planetars? Probably page 17. I think that was a CR 16. What other types of angels could there be? Or lawful good creatures? What kind of creatures would be working with angels? We need some ideas. My last name, Ketchup. We're going to call him Ketchup. Daniel is an archangel. Oh, yeah, that's true. Arcana. Archidanon. Ooh. I like that one. Let's do Archidanon. We'll do that one. And on the stream, we'll call him Dan for short. Where is that? How'd you spell that? Archidanon. Yeah. Archidanon. Sweet. Can we say something? Archidanon the... You know how they do that? Like Archidanon the Great, Archidanon the Bold, Archidanon the Studious, or something. Can we give him like an ending or something? Bold. Something. Oh, Kautal. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kautal. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's a good idea. Let's go over to that. Where is that? Kautal. Yeah, that'll work. They're lawful good. These bad boys right here. CR4. Page 43. Okay, we can use that. Was it 43 CR4? I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how to spell that. Neither can I pronounce it. Neither can I spell it. OUA. Jeez. There we go. What other types of minions could an angel be using? The Everlight. Archidanon the Definite. No. No, Rando Twin. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that mess right there. The Purifier. Yes. The Pure. I love it. Archidanon the Pure. Ugh. Okay, so, what is he doing? This is actually the objective or the scheme. I still want you guys brainstorming minions, if you would, please, while I'm typing out some notes here. So he is an angel who is sick of the corruption of the world and believes their deity is too good to do what dark deeds must be done to purify the world. Okay. He desires to eradicate all evil from the world. And believes that the end justifies the means. There you go. So he could be doing some nasty stuff to eradicate evil from the world. Sweet. I love it. So he's getting himself set up to become a fallen angel. Can we say that he's lawful anymore? It almost feels like you're shifting toward chaotic or something. I don't know if you're doing that sort of thing. He has the power to reanimate the undead and use them as minions. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty stuff. You could do something like that. The Great Defender, the Pure. What other minions is he going to have, guys? We need more minions for this guy. And I don't know what kind of lawful good things we could have. I mean, it doesn't have to be lawful good, but some sort of minions. He could be using undead. Celestial warlocks or divine soul sorcerers. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We need to find stat blocks for those. And I think there are stat blocks in Volos, if I'm not mistaken, for some warlocks. Well, they wouldn't be in the W. I think they're in non-player characters. Warlock of... Oh, I'm in the monster manual. I do need to go to Volos. Here we go. Warlock of the Archfey. Warlock of the Fiend. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're picking a stat block. It could be a warlock dedicated to... Dude, this is a Solar. This is a Solar. He could have his own warlocks that get their power from him. Right? They've dedicated themselves to him and they serve him. All we need is a stat block to use for them. Let me write that thought down. Minions. Warlocks. With him as their patron. And then we'll say use... What is the stat block that we would want to use for that? What makes the most sense? The Great Old One? Or... The Archfey, Disguise Self, Dancing Lights, Blink Charm Person, Dimension Door. Those are interesting. Now, the Warlock of the Fiend has a lot more offensive spells than the other two Warlocks. And Warlock of the Great Old One has some as well. But I almost feel like if we do Warlock of the Fiend, because if this angel's goal is to eradicate evil, then the Warlock of the Fiend has the spells to do that. And I think that makes more sense thematically. So let's use Warlock of the Fiend for this dude. And that's going to be Volo's Guide to Monsters, page, what was the page? 219. 219 CR7. Awesome, I love it. And then there was somebody had an idea for a Divine Soul Sorcerers. Divine Soul sorcerers. We need a stat block for that. Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes has other warlock blocks. Yeah, that's possible. I think that's possible. Let's be okay with this one for now. Let's find something for the sorcerer. Does anybody know where we can find a sorcerer? Yeah, exactly, Leanne. We'll use whichever stat block we want, but we could just flavor it for a celestial pack. Exactly, you could. And a dungeon master can always, tweak the spells and stuff as well as, So yeah, totally. Rando, you could do that too. You could use multiple stat blocks for different levels of warlocks. Totally, absolutely. Let's find a divine soul though. Some sort of sorcerer. Some sort of sorcerer. And we could just take a wizard and call it a sorcerer as well. What do we have? A war priest, a conjurer, a diviner, and a chanter, evoker. Evoker. That's interesting. An evoker is a CR9. Oh, that's cool. Blow things up. Yeah, I agree, Leanne. I don't recall offhand there being like a sorcerer stat block out there. I know there are lots of wizard ones like this right here. In Volos, we're looking at a bunch of them that are based on wizards with intelligence and stuff. But you could just say that it's a sorcerer, and you just swap the intelligence and charisma around, and then instead of the spellcasting ability being intelligence, you make it be charisma, and boom, you're done. You have turned a wizard into a sorcerer. So I don't see a problem with that. Arakakros, Sun Soul Monks. Yeah. We need a stat block for that though. Right? We don't want to run player character sheets as a dungeon master. That would be unmanageable. We need a stat block somewhere for it. Okay, so let's pick. It doesn't matter. Evoker is a cool one. Blow stuff up. I think Evoker probably makes the most sense. And that's a CR9. So let's do an Evoker. Page 214. Use Evoker stat block. Volo's Guide to Monsters. What page was that? 214. Oh, what CR was that? I can't remember anything. CR was 9. CR 9. Awesome. I love it. Oh, Kobold Scale Sorcerer. Ah, I like that. Let's get some kobolds on his side. Ha ha. All right, cool. Where's the Kobold Scale Sorcerer? That's something tells me that's Volos. I believe that's Volos. Kobold. Yep, Kobold Scale Sorcerer. That's page 167, CR1. CR1. I love it. All right, cool. That's awesome. All right, so we are envisioning a super high level bad guy. This villain is the bad guy of the entire campaign, possibly. So he's going to have a whole slew of minions. We could continue brainstorming minions all day long. And you're right, Leanne. I love kobolds. I probably said that many times in my videos. I'm like, I love kobolds. But yeah, so let's stop with the minions because we could do this all day and have a big list of minions because we're talking about a high level bad guy. But we have some good ideas there. What are his methods, guys? What are the methods that Archidanon the Pure is using to eradicate evil from the world? What methods is he using? Specific approaches to taking out evil. What do we got? What is that? That's not the right screen. That's the wrong screen. There, that's the screen I wanted. I need ideas. I need ideas. I need ideas. Smiting criminals. Ooh. Yep, I like it. Okay, that's one idea. He sends his followers to jails to purge them of criminals. Just you send your followers into jail cells, and they're full of guilty people. Presumably, you totally just wipe them out. All right, cool. What other things would he be doing? I mean, you have to find the evil people and then eradicate them and stuff. You know, conquest of unworthy nations. I mean, if you'd have to have tons of followers, right, to like conquer entire nations and stuff like that. He could do that, but what other things could he be doing to eradicate evil from the world? I don't know. What ideas do we have for that? I don't know offhand. He could go around killing people. There's assassination of tyrants. Yeah, he could be doing stuff like that. A Salem witch trial sort of. Ah, yes. Now we're on to something interesting. I think he needs a sort of cult, or he needs a bunch of followers. Say he has a large group of devoted followers. We'll just say devoted human followers that work on his behalf. We're not going to find stat blocks for that. There are like knights, there are war priests, some sort of paladin, there could be a champion or something. But what these people can be doing, so we could be saying that his human followers are holding, are putting people in the region on trial. Are putting people in the region on trial and convicting them of crimes or evil and then burning them alive. I don't know. It could just be some crazy stuff. And I don't think it's just that they're putting them on trial and convicting them. These trials, I think these trials are usually shams, and people are convicted on trivial evidence or something. Evidence that's not like watertight, you know what I mean? Often just on the word of a witness. So that's a situation that could quickly get out of hand, right? As his human followers begin like holding trials, convicting people of crimes, burning them alive and stuff like that. I mean, you can easily imagine that innocent people get caught up in this and die as a result. Caught up in this and are executed as a result. There we go. That would definitely be causing some chaos in the region that your players would have to investigate. Okay, I like that. Circumstantial evidence. Yep. Trivial and circumstantial evidence. Thank you for correcting my spelling word. Specifically burn them at the stake. Yeah. Burning them alive at the stake. Yeah. Those worshiping questionable entities are convicted of heresy and executed if they resist. Yes, I like it, Leanne. Good call. Good idea. Yeah, now we're getting some ideas. Around here. Got my Guapo's right here. You can see his tail. Right here's his tail. Woo! Woo! Guapo! Oh, he's going down. Oh, he's going down on the floor. Oh, got distracted. And we can say people worshiping questionable entity. There we go. Nice. I love it. That's a great idea. Okay. Heresy is, oh yes. He uses heresy as a propaganda tool. Yes. He uses heresy as a propaganda tool. Propaganda tool. Nice. It's a propaganda tool to, oh yeah, to convert more followers and get people to out the guilty, to accuse the guilty, accuse others of crimes, guilty or not. Nice. Check out the Cult of Fiorna as a template to add to NPCs belonging to Dan's followers. Is that from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes? Like some of the devil cults and stuff like that? Your PCs could even be hunted as falsely accused and be considered villains at some point. Yes. That's a great idea too, dude. All right, I'll be there. I'll look at Mordenkainen's in a second. Let me make this note here. That's a good note. That's a good note for a dungeon master running this. Cool, I like it. Mordenkainen's page 21. All right, let's take a look at that. Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, page 21. My cat is going crazy down here. Where are we at? Page 21. Which one was it? Cult of Fiorna? I think I missed it. There it is. Control of the emotions of others, goals, typical cultist, fiend, signature, manipulator, mortals. Okay. Sure. Let's just roll with it. Let's roll with it. Fiorna. Mordenkainen's page 19. Where is that? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Use the Cult of Fiorna. What is that called? The Cult of Fiorna. Yeah. And that is on Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, page 19. All right, cool. I like it. All right, what other ideas we got for this guy? I think we have a pretty good thing going on here. What other ideas do we have? What other things do we got to talk about here? There's a link to the giveaway down in the panel down below on my Twitch page. You can just click that link to the giveaway, and the code word, the secret password or whatever is Tiamat. So there you go. See, come on, scroll. It won't scroll up. Having a hard time scrolling up. The Celestial Inquisition. Nice. All right. Any other ideas? Let's move on to weaknesses. What are weaknesses of our angel villain? We want some weaknesses, some things that the players could possibly exploit against this villain. What type of thing would a villain, an angel villain, a solar at that, what would his weakness be? And it could play, I feel like I have cat hair on my face. I feel like I have like a big thing of cat hair somewhere. what would his weakness be? I'm gonna grab the last bit of coffee that I have in my pot over there while you guys give me some weaknesses. Darn it, guapo. Cat camera. Man. I mean, yeah, I think Dan is definitely teetering on the verge of falling for sure. I mean, he's committing some despicable deeds, kind of, in the pursuit of purging evil. You know, he's squashing some of the innocent as well. Yeah. The means. Oh, for a means? Yeah, that could be a means, Leanne. I could see that. That's like a tactic or something too. That's like a method. That feels almost like a method. Something that he's doing. All right. Okay. Ooh, weakness. The actual deity he is serving is upset that he is doing such things in his name, and thus he is turned by holy symbols of the very deity he serves. That's interesting. That's a possibility. Is there a way we could flesh that out? Could we refine that a little bit? I almost feel like if the deity he serves knows that he's doing these things, that he would probably strip him of his power or something, or he would reject him, and then he would like become a fallen angel or something. You know what I mean? So I almost feel like the solar Dan is probably hiding his activities from his own god. I almost feel like that. You know, he would have to be, otherwise his own deity would be opposing him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna roll with that. So we'll say the deity he serves is unaware of his activities. If made aware, the deity would take actions against Dan, against the solar, possibly making him a fallen angel or something. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think the dungeon master running this would have to flesh that out a little bit, because I'm not sure exactly what that means, right? But that would definitely be a weakness if this deity is unaware of that. All right, cool. All right. He cannot enter a holy place of his deity or risk being exposed. Yeah! I like that idea. Good. Oh, and you also said, Rando said weapons forged under the full moon could damage him more. Yeah, I don't see why not. Sure. I don't know. Whoops, that's not right. I don't know why the full moon though. Is there a reason that the full moon would be something that would damage him more than like something else? Oh, switch your screen. Thank you. Hi buddy. Hi JD. Thank you for the reminder. Switch your screen, you fool. We can't see what you're tapping. All right, there we go. Or risk being exposed. Awesome. And what kind of weapons? I almost want to refine this idea of the weapons. Like, he's a deity. He's an archangel. So what sorts of weapons would... What if like, wouldn't like evil weapons damage him more? Or like weapons forged by the drow or dwerger? What if they were like something like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to like draw a relationship between the fact that he's an angel, he's like a lawful good celestial being. What sort of weapon would be more likely to damage a celestial being? You know what I mean? Forged in the 9 hells. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Let's say that he is vulnerable to magical weapons forged in the 9 hells. Yeah. There we go. And then the Dungeon Master fleshes that crap out, and possibly there's like a MacGuffin, you know, some magical weapon, magical sword or something that the heroes could get that would make it so that they could actually have a better chance of fighting this guy and defeating him. So I like those ideas. Okay, cool. It's not that I didn't like the idea of forging in the moon. I just didn't know what the connection was between, I couldn't, you know, between the moon and then being vulnerable to it. So I wasn't sure how that would work. And there might be a connection. I didn't know what it was offhand. Leanne says, can see the good in all mortal beings given to them by their creator. Those of pure heart must be saved above all else. Taken home to Celestia. What are you trying to say? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What's that? What's the context of your comment, Leanne? What are you saying? All right. Well, you're explaining that because apparently I'm daft. Are we done with this guy? Are we mostly done with this guy? We have a name. We have the objective. We have some methods. We have some minions, some weaknesses. I mean, you could roll with this and get some stuff. What if he is possessed by the Black Razor? I don't know what a Black Razor is. I think I shaved yesterday, though. Just for a weakness, meaning that the goal is more important than others. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's say this. Let's say this then, Leanne. We'll say that, come on. So he can see the good in all mortal beings given them by a creator and believes that those of pure heart must be saved above all else. This can cause him to lose focus on other priorities. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. The Dungeon Master have to figure out how that kind of works and stuff. But yeah, I think we're done. Philip Ketchup, I think we're done. Mr. Ketchup says we're done. And when you run out of ketchup, it's not like you can keep eating dinner. If you have no ketchup left, chow time is over. So there you go. All right, cool. We have created that villain right there. And I think this is what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take let's do this. We're going to take a short intermission break, like just a few minutes, so that I can run upstairs, take care of some business. And then after that, we're going to do the giveaway. And then once we do the giveaway, we're going to open it up to just some question and answer stuff, hang out a little bit. And once that peters out, we're going to call it a night. So that is our plan for the rest of the evening. I'm going to throw up an intermission screen for you all, and then I'll be back shortly. So that's what we got going on. Cat. And we're back. All right, sweetness. Let's do a giveaway, shall we? Let's see who won some tactical tokens right here. That was the wrong screen. All right. I'm gonna pull up my Gleam interface. If you have not entered the giveaway yet, then the time to do so is closing down. It's actually closed because I'm giving it away right now. Oh, you're going through Curse of Strahd right now? Sweet. Leanne, are you really playing Curse of Strahd right now with like your family or your group or something like that? Like the 5th edition version? All right, I'm getting distracted. All right, let's go into this bad boy. Let's find some winners. Let's find some winners. A Sun Soul Monk. I love rogues, man. Oh, cool. Your husband DMs you. That's awesome. Who is it like? So your husband, you are like, who else is in it? Like, is it your family? Like literally your kids and stuff? Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. Nice. All right, here we go. We're drawing a winner. We're drawing a winner. Drawing a winner for the tactical tokens. All right. We need to, okay, I might have a winner. I need to verify that this entry is legitimate. It looks there. It looks there. I need to verify. Well, this person put in the password is correct. So here we go. The winner is, I don't know how to pronounce this name super well. It's Kajel. I'm gonna type in your first name. I don't know if you're still in the chat or not. That is the first name of the winner. Are you still with us, sir? Ma'am? I don't know. That is not a name I'm familiar with, so I apologize. But you just won some tokens, buddy. So whether you're here or not, it doesn't matter. But yeah, sorry, man. Only one winner. Only one winner. I will be sending you an email to ask you where you want me to ship those bad boys. So yeah, it's life. It's life. Not everybody can win. So, but we do have a winner. We do have a winner. So that's that. All right, folks, we are now going to transition to just a little bit of a hangout time and just talk. You guys can ask questions about stuff, Dungeon Master questions, D&D questions. It doesn't matter to me, whatever you want. And then we will talk about things. So there you go. We can talk about creating villains. We can talk about whatever. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I will field any question you guys have about that stuff. So it should include some on your Patreon. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. No problem, man. I like giving crap away. It's actually good crap. It's not crap at all. All right, any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Questions for the lair. All right, Ray Rob, see you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging with us, man. Appreciate it. I have a game this Sunday. My Sword Coast Guard group. All right, Liam Grease says, "How do you get an awful player to leave?" Can I? What makes this player awful? If you don't mind my asking, like what is this person doing? Philip Ketchup, are you leaving us? Why are you leaving? Ketchup, no! It's probably late. He's probably like, Luke, it's 4:00 in the morning. It's 2 a.m. You know. Liam, what is up with the player? Why is this player awesome? Or why is the player awful and you want him to leave? Like, what's going on with the player? I have to do some prep at some point. Probably tomorrow, I'll have to prep for my Sword Coast card game. These guys are about to go against, they're gearing up for an ancient White Dragon. Have you ever homebrewed a class? I haven't. I have not homebrewed a class. I don't do a whole lot of homebrew. I have homebrewed monsters before. I've homebrewed like special types of monsters. Oh, just in case it happens? I don't homebrew a whole ton of stuff, to be honest with you. My creativity is more in like creating adventures, I think, and interesting scenarios and stuff for my players, and you know, taking their actions and stuff that they do in the game world and thinking about ways to have that turn into something that makes their lives more interesting. But I don't do a lot of homebrew of stuff at all, as far as like creating classes, or I don't create a bunch of monsters. I don't create spells. I don't have very many homebrew rules or anything. I focus my creative energies on other things. So how do you get rid of an awful player? So I mean, if you have a player that has problems, that's causing problems at the table, the first thing you want to do is talk to that person, right? Whatever it happens to be, you want to try to talk to the person first. Ideally, you talk to the person in person, right? Because there's like, when we're communicating with someone, there's like the words only portray a certain amount of the messaging and stuff, and then there's like, you know, the tone of voice that portrays a little bit more. But there's a lot of communication that happens just by like body language and looking at somebody. So when you're dealing with issues and stuff, it's always preferable to talk to somebody in person, right? So I definitely recommend talking to people, trying to figure out, you know, understand, you know, why a person's doing what they're doing, and address that behavior, and explain that, you know, this thing that you're doing, it's not working at the game table for X reasons, and try to, you know, ask them to stop doing it, come to some sort of resolution with that. That's the first thing. If that doesn't work and that person is causing a problem and needs to be removed from the game, the way you get them to leave is you tell them you're no longer in the game. Like, you're out of the group. You need to leave the group. We've talked about this before. This pattern of behavior that you're doing is not working for the game, and it's not working for the group as a whole. And because you continue doing this and you have not changed that behavior, the best thing for everybody at this point is for you to leave the group. And that's how you do it. And you tell that person that, and it's over, it's done, and you cut the cord. I mean, that's how it goes. You know, and they're not going to like it, I'm sure. But that's life. All right, Arcanivore, thanks for modding, dude. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time, buddy. Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning for you. Well then, Philip, you need to go get some sleep, man. Leanne, the group is level 13 now. Level 13 is my Sword Coast Guard group. Level 13 is my Sword Coast Guard group. They are. That wasn't too bad. That was okay. My impromptu Yoda voice. Using intelligent monsters is tricky. How do you portray a higher intelligent NPC or monster? I mean, you have to think it. I mean, I think it's planning. If you're actually talking about what actions they take in the game world, then you need to think things through and really plan it out, you know, to portray like that higher intelligence. If you're talking about just role-playing them at the table, I mean, with like voices and gestures, I just try to use a formal voice or something, and I try to use like big words, like big academic words and stuff like that. I'm not very good at that. But that's how I try to portray them at the table. There is one thing that I heard once upon a time for a dungeon master playing like a super intelligent enemy in a combat. What you might do, here's an idea. If you're playing a super intelligent enemy in a combat, he's so smart. He's studied the characters. He knows what they're going to do before they even do it. You might have your players go around the table and tell you exactly what they're planning on doing in the next round of combat. And then your villain, your enemy, gets to act based upon that knowledge. And then your players can do those things, but they have to stick to those things. And so that gives your villain an edge in the combat. He's so smart that he knows what everybody's going to do before they even do it. He can anticipate their actions, right? And so that's one way that I've heard that you could do that. I've never tried that before. It may or may not work very well. I don't know. And if you were to use that, I would, this would be a case where I would pull back the DM's screen. I would explain to my players, this is the mechanic for this fight. This enemy is so intelligent, he knows you so well that he can anticipate what you're going to do. And so for this fight, this is how we're going to work it. And so I would explain to them the mechanics of that so that they all understand. And they understand the reasoning for why you're doing it that way, right? You don't want to just do it out of the blue without explaining it to them, because then they're going to be like, well, this is bullcrap. You want them to know. This is one of those instances where you want them to know so it doesn't feel like you're just kind of screwing them over. But this is how you've decided to role play this creature because they're so intelligent. So there's a thought for you. Do I know of any good artists who will draw characters for games? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, dude. Check out my Discord. If you're not already in my Discord, there should be a link in one of the panels to my Discord. And there are a ton of people over there now. And we have an art channel, actually. And I've seen some really good drawings in our art channel. So there's a good chance you're going to find somebody over there who can draw characters and stuff. So yeah, that's worth checking out. You can do that. I know there are tons of artists on Twitter and stuff I've seen that will take commissions and stuff too. So there's a thought for you. Ketchup, Philip has left. Philip has left us. Okay, so Mr. Redstone, you're saying, how can I make a campaign interesting? That's not enough information for me to tell you anything at all. It's like, I need something more to go on, buddy. So Leon says, I play a wizard and I have nowhere near 20 intelligence. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. I'm not saying that the precognition stuff would necessarily be the way to go. It's just an idea. All right, I don't see any more questions. I'm going to go to bed then. I don't know what to do with. I mean, Mr. Redstone, like you're creating a campaign. Like you have a couple ideas and you're doing campaign creation. You need to brainstorm a campaign. You need to make up a campaign, dude. I mean, you like the ideas and stuff. You need to flesh that out. I do have on my YouTube channel. There are a couple of videos about campaign creation. If you look them up, one of my videos on campaign creation goes through the theory of it. It talks about building a campaign arc. It talks about building character arcs for your campaign. And then part 2 of my campaign creation videos, or 2 videos, part 2 it actually gives you an example of me creating a campaign and walking through how I create a campaign. So I would go take a look at that over on my channel if you're interested in like that sort of thing. So, but yeah, it sounds like you have like a little bit of an idea for a campaign, but you need to work on it and flesh it out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like, my whole thing in a way is, I want to teach you, like in general, the tools and skills you need to do that stuff on your own, right? It's the whole theory of like, am I going to catch the fish for you, or am I going to teach you how to fish? You know what I mean? And so I would much rather teach you how to create campaigns, the theory behind it, and then give you a good example so that you can create that stuff on your own. Otherwise, you're always going to be at the mercy of other people helping you to create your thing. You know what I mean? But there's a point where you got to learn to do it yourself and exercise your own creativity and your own imagination so that you can be empowered to do that stuff on your own. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm referencing you to resources that are going to help you to be able to do that, as opposed to just giving you the answer. Because we could give you the answer right now, and then you could have an awesome campaign, but 6 months from now, you're going to be in the same boat and you don't know where to go with your campaign. You know what I mean? And so that's part of like my reasoning in a lot of the things that I do, I think, is I don't want to do the work for you. I want you to learn how to do that stuff yourself. You know what I mean? And then I'm helping you to become like self-sufficient in a way. You know what I mean? And become better at this stuff. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So there you go. Are we ready to go to bed, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't see any questions, and when I just start like not talking and stuff, we all get bored. And we're all like, this stream sucks. We're getting out of here. I like doing the question and answer things. I love doing the question and answer things. I just need like questions for that type of thing. Yeah, dude. See you later, Panda. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being a panda. Born in 1994? Guessing. Is that the next stream? It might be. It might be a question and answer stream, to be honest with you, because I like doing them. We might do that. So yeah, that's a possibility. For sure. Oh, so the next stream. So yeah, I think we're So your question is, how sweet is that? Babaka says, where the gods are real, but you believe in different religions that have different interpretations of all the God's will. Yeah, if you could implement that, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. So our next stream, you guys, will be, I don't know. Let me look at my calendar. We might do it next. So here's the thing, you guys. So so far I've been doing a couple different types of streams. I do like the creation streams where we create something together, where we create like villains tonight or NPCs, or I've created entire adventures together with people before on streams over my YouTube channel. Or we'll create magic items together, or we'll create traps together. And then I also do the question and answer streams, which are lots of fun for me as well. And then I've begun doing like miniature painting streams here on Twitch as well, where basically I'm just painting minis, Those are a little bit more like chill and relaxed, not quite as much talk and stuff, because I'm mostly just painting a mini. So I want to do a lot more. I really want to do a lot more of the mini painting streams, because I have so many minis that I need to paint. And I kind of feel like, doing it on a stream is kind of like accomplishing a couple different things. Like I can hang out with you all, and I could also paint some minis. And like, we can have like a mini painting party. And for folks who aren't familiar with painting minis, it's almost like a tutorial type of thing where you can kind of see how minis get painted and stuff. So I think there's some benefits of those things too. So those are the basic 3 types of streams that I'll be planning on doing over here. And you can always be assured that every other Friday there will be a stream. But I'm trying to start doing the mini painting ones like once a week or something during the weekday. Sometimes on a Wednesday or something, but no promises of when that's going to be. I don't have a schedule or anything for this at this point. You know what I mean? It's really just kind of getting the feel for things. So I'm trying to do mini paintings on Wednesdays. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to aim for. I know this last Wednesday, 2 days ago, I did mini painting, and I'm probably going to try to do that. To get some sort of cadence for it, so that I'm dropping frames. I'm dropping frames. Ah! Probably frozen. I'm probably frozen on the screen. I don't know. So anyway, those are my plans for the streams and what we'll be doing around here. So we might be doing this again. We might be doing something next Friday. I don't know. But definitely we'll be doing some mini painting. So there you go. I'm back. Oh, so I was frozen. I saw OBS was telling me that I was kind of yellow and red. And so I thought I might be frozen on the screen. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a day for there. Leanne says she'll definitely be using Franny Frogwort. And Tim links for the campaign I'm creating already. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you are very welcome, Leanne. Thank you for participating. I know you had lots of great contributions. I think everybody had. There were so many good ideas and contributions. The difficulty with these collaboration and these creation streams is that you can't use every idea that somebody puts out there. You have to kind of pick and choose which ones you're actually going to implement and stuff like that. So anyway. The sound didn't break, though. Oh, that's interesting. So the video kind of died for a second, but the sound kept going. Okay, that's good to know. Anyway, what we created tonight will be available for download at a link down in the panel for you guys, so you can grab that sucker. And then I will, in a couple of days, I'll be putting this entire stream over on my second YouTube channel. It's called the DM Layer Streams. There should be a link down in the panel to that as well. And so you probably all aren't going to want to watch the replay because you were here for the stream, but just in case, it'll be going over on my YouTube channel. So not my main YouTube channel. It'll go on my secondary one. So that's it. I don't think I have anything else to tell you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. This has been fun, and we'll see you next time and all that good jazz. So there you go. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Stream is over. I should do that thing where, like, you've seen the people in videos on YouTube who are like, they'll do the thing where they put their hand over the camera. That's like the new cool thing to do. But yeah, whatever. I don't do that stuff. All right, guys. Have a good night. I appreciate that hanging out and all that good stuff. So you all rock. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta push the stop button. Stop streaming. Stop streaming.